It's Willow Springs Bear Sports on KUKU 100.3 Classic Country. And brought to you by G&W Foods. Shelter Insurance, Terry Newton, your agent in Willow Springs.
Start another season of Bear football, as this season a little later getting started than we have been in the previous few years, but Misha has changed the order of things, so this is an opening night for all high school football teams in the area, and the Willow Springs Bears being no exception to that. The Bears are playing the Strafford Indians tonight. There was a drop in the schedule, the Miller Cardinals, so the Strafford Indians were here. so they are the opponent for the season opener for the Willow Springs Bears. Strafford, of course, very powerful team, and big record last year, and a good football team. We've watched them play several years. They were in our district for a while, and really, really good football team. Marty Spence is along with us. So, Marty, kind of a odd opener here, I guess. Emotions are running pretty high for the Bear football team, for the school, and for the community because of what happened a month ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Jonah Smith and Zach White, both being honored here tonight, both those young men involved in a tragic car accident about a month ago. And now their friends and teammates are asked to go play a football game. And they've had a few weeks to try to kind of put back the pieces and move forward. And I think this team is definitely bonded because of that tragedy. And I know they're going to play hard and give it all they can tonight for their teammates. And Strafford has been very classy tonight. The Bears are wearing the two numbers of both Zach and Jonah, number 81 and number 12. Those are sewn onto their the sleeves of the Bears jerseys, and then also got stickers on their helmets. Strafford has put stickers on their helmets tonight too, honoring those two players. So a really nice, classy move by the Indians, and they've been very gracious, and I think we've got a big crowd here tonight, and I think everybody in the town has just kind of put their heart behind the Bears, and you, regardless of what happens on the field, your heart is with this team tonight as they go out and battle. And now, as we see the captains meted at midfield, they're taking number 81. That would be senior Zach White's jersey with them.
He was one of the captains.
Yes, yeah. So lots of touching moments, and that'll be a season-long tribute to those two players as their classmates. The difficult task of playing without them.
Emotions, that's a big deal in any high school football game, but particularly for the Willow Springs Bear squad tonight and for the rest of the season. It will be a very emotional time for them and a very poignant time that they have on the football field. So, and away from their practice and what have you. But hats off to the coaches who have really put this team together. They've melded them together after that tragic incident, and they offered nothing but good praise for them from the community and how they have handled this situation, which is not one that any would want to have thrust upon them. But these guys have just done a stellar job, as well as the administration of the school, and the school has just rallied.
Yeah, in a small community that we live in, the school is a huge central part of this community, and something like that affects the lives of two boys certainly rallies the community, and that's going to be on our thoughts all year long as the Bears play this season of football, and it'll stretch into basketball as well. I mean, Jonah,
great basketball player.
Just a fantastic basketball player, and so it's going to stay with the Bears for a while, and it goes well beyond the game. But we hope that the Bears have some success this year and can use this to play some good ball games, and we're certainly going to enjoy another season of Bear football.
Meantime, we got the Strafford Indians in town, and Strafford, of course, coming off a 9-2 year, and they graduated a few folks, but they still have a couple of names that I recognize. Mason Foley, for one, is the big guy that we hear about a lot Also, there's a kid named Barrios that is a very good runner as well. So they're a little scat-back team. They do a lot of motion, a lot of things like that, run a spread offense, and get everybody involved in the game. So a very tough team to prepare for defensively, and that will be a tough task for the Bears. And apparently Strafford will be receiving the ball to start the football game.
Strafford in their all whites, and the Bears in their all maroon. Both these teams share the same team colors, but it'll be easy to tell them apart tonight. And for the Bears, their defense, you mentioned, they've got a new defensive coordinator, if you will. Rodney Preheim has joined the staff, taking the place of Brandon Pitts. So Bears could have a few different defensive looks tonight. I know Coach Swallam said this morning they're going to want to get after the quarterback. He's their main weapon, Foley, and the Bear defense will have their work cut out for them tonight with Foley and the rest of the Strafford Indians. Not the long, fast team that they were last year, but you can bet they're still going to be very good.
Bears kick off from the 40-yard line. We're about to get the season underway for the Willow Springs Bears as they take on the Strafford Indians. Ball is teed up at the 40-yard line. The approach to the ball is made. The kick is an end-over-end kick, not too deep. Fumbled at the 15, picked up, taken up to the 25, up to the 29-yard line for Strafford, and that's where they'll put it in play, 1st and 10.
James Collins, senior lineman for the Bears, is doing the kickoff duties. Scotty Osborne and Cole Henley did that some last year for the Bears, but both those guys are not here. So new kicker, James Collins, doing kickoffs for the Bears, and now we'll get our first look at Foley and a new Bear defense.
Going to spot the ball just shy of the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for Strafford. Foley in there at quarterback, and steps back in the shotgun, has a running back there with him, but a spread offense with 3 wide receivers. He hands off to the man in motion trying to cut the corner. He got a block, but it wasn't enough, and the Bears brought it down for a loss.
Late flag comes in. It looks like maybe a face mask. Kyle Wood made the stop for the Bears, and it was Lawson with the run.
Let's see what the flag is about.
Face mask on the
You're
Bears.
right. Face mask against Willow Springs, so that will mark the ball up 15 yards up to the 44-yard line, be a 1st and 10 for the Strafford Indians as the Bears commit a penalty on their first play.
Going to be, like you said, a full, just a 10-yard.
Well, they mark it off from the point of infraction, so it goes from the 26 to the 41.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. All right, 1st and 10 for Strafford from the 41-yard line. Foley back there in the shotgun, spread formation with 4 wide receivers, man in motion to the right, and the motion man gets the ball, cuts it back against the grain. He ran out of running room and still only got a couple of yards on the play as the Bear defense has been pretty good in pursuit so far.
That's Vance Mullins with the carry that time.
Gain of a yard.
Yeah.
The yard gain, 2nd down and 9 from the 42-yard line. Strafford with the ball. Indians break the huddle. Foley keeps the man back there with him, has 3 wide outs. He's dangerous, so you got to watch Foley all the time. Gets the snap, hands it off. Running back is hit and dropped for no gain. Good.
Their defensive line read that well. They were all over it.
So no gain on the play. It'll be, in fact, a little bit of a loss. They're going to take it back to the 40. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 for the Strafford Indians at their own 40-yard line.
Jared Gillen with the carry. So Strafford Indians have tried 3 different guys at running back.
3rd and long for the Indians. Foley in the shotgun gets the snap. He's going to roll the throw. He comes this direction, has a man.
Oh, they're going to blow it dead.
Yeah, he didn't get the ball released before they blew it dead. So.
And a timeout, I believe, was called by Strafford.
Yeah.
Strafford timeout with 10:35 to go first quarter. No score.
We'll take a 30-second time in here. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
When you think of cookouts, barbecues, any special occasion, you automatically think G&W Foods in Willow Springs because you know they'll have that just right meat selection, plus they do those special cuts and orders. They have everything else you'll need for a great meal right down to the charcoal. Savings up and down every aisle and that great customer service. All you have to do is shop and they'll bag your savings up and carry them out to your car for you. G&W Foods, downtown Willow Springs, open 7 days a week. Shop where we know you.
Welcome back to Polinsky Field. 10:35 left to go in the first quarter. Strafford's had the ball since the opening kickoff. They got a first down by way of penalty. Now they're facing 3rd and 11 at their own 40-yard line, and Coach Hester called a timeout.
Early timeout. We'll see what they draw up here on 3rd and long.
He had Foley rolling to throw, and we'll see if he continues that. And Foley, in fact, is by himself back there now in the lineup that they show on 3rd and long. Man in motion to the right. Foley wants to throw, and he's got time as he rolls.
Good tackle.
Good tackle in open field by the Bears. Loss of about 5 on the play, or 4 anyway.
Kyle Wood made a great open field tackle. That's a guy that I've called twice on this defensive drive that didn't play last year, that he can bring the Bears a lot of athleticism on the field. So nice stop and a really good opening stop for the Bear defense. Negative yards for Strafford outside of the penalty.
4th down and 15 for the Indians back at the 36, so they'll punt. Bears drop back single safety on 4th down, and the safety is about the 25-yard lines where he's standing. Strafford gets a high snap. The kicker gets the ball away. Low kick takes not much of a bounce, and the Strafford Indians are going to down it at the 34-yard line. So good field position for the Bears as they hold on their first series, and we'll put it in play with a familiar backfield, but some changes in positions for personnel.
Similar names, different spots. As when we saw Brady Walton at quarterback a little bit last year when Triton Henley was hurt, but now they've moved Henley to the running back, and I think they're maybe going to try to get the most out of the talent that he's got back there, and he's a playmaker, and let him make some plays.
So the Bears will go on offense for the first time, 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Brady Walton, the senior at quarterback. The man in motion to the right. Hands off up the middle, and the running back gets over the 35 to about the 37-yard line, gain of 3 or 4 on the play.
That was Bailey Hyatt.
Was that Hyatt carrying? Okay. Gain of a good, strong 3. A little over 3 yards. We'll call it 3, though. 2nd down and 7 for the Bears at the 37.5-yard line.
I think we're going to see maybe a simplified offense for the Bears this year, more of a running-based attack. As I say that, they split four wide receivers out.
Got a spread formation this time on 2nd down and 7. Walton back there puts the man in motion to the right. Now Walton keeps. He's got a first down and up to the 45-yard line. Brady Walton on the carry gets the Bears a first down. Showed some misdirection there, but Walton just faked it handoff and kept it himself, tucked it in, and got a good 8 yards and a first down.
Walton's kid, he's got good IQ. He can do a little bit of everything. He's just a good guy to have out on the football field, and you like him at quarterback there, and gives the Bears just a different look.
1st and 10 for the Bears, ball at the 45-yard line. Walton lines them up in an I formation with double wing set. He hands off to Henley, it looks like. Carrying the ball, got up to the 44-yard line, gain of about 4 on the play.
And that's what Henley can give you. He's tough to bring down, and you can count on Triton for 3 or 4 yards every time he gets the ball. And if you can do that, you can make some long drives and hopefully get it into the end zone.
He got so beat up last year playing quarterback and Mr. Everything. 2nd down and 6 for the Bears. Ball is at the 49-yard line, near midfield. Walton back in the gun. Puts a man in motion behind him. And Walton keeps. He wants to throw.
Dangerous pass.
It was, and it's incomplete.
It's wadded down by Cade Rear, senior, for the Strafford Indians. He got a left hand on it, but that's a dangerous throw from Walton. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down and long for the Bears here. We're down to 7:49 left to go in the first quarter of play. No score in the ball game yet. Strafford had a first down by penalty, then 3 and out. Bears have a first down and are going for another here. 3rd down and a long 5 from midfield. Walton, the quarterback in the gun, gets the snap, wants to throw, got a man open on the near side, caught it, but he's short of a first down, I believe. I think it's
went through his hands, actually.
Okay, so it's in.
Guys on his back, and I think he would have been a little short of the first down. But as it is, Bears moved it to midfield and now try to play a little bit of a field position game with 7:45 to go in the first quarter.
Who's punting this year for the Bears?
Well, as soon as I can see the number, I will let you know.
Two safeties drop back deep for Strafford. They're standing at about their 20. There's the punt away. High punt. And a fair catch called for inside the 20 at the 19.
Pretty good punch, right? Henley doing the punting for the Bears.
Good punt. Good high punt. So there was no danger of a return because Bears were all around the receiver when he caught the ball. So he had to call for a fair catch. So the Bears have got Strafford back up a little here at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10, and Strafford's going to the sidelines.
It's a mid-quarter water break timeout, I believe, with 7:38 to go in the first quarter. No score from Polinsky Field. We'll just keep it here for a second. Remind you that you can listen live anytime, anywhere at OzarkRadioNews.com. You can also watch tonight's game, any home game. You can watch online on YouTube. Just search for Willow Bears. Willow Bears will bring up the live streaming broadcast, and you will get KUKU right along with the feed here from the football field, so you can spot all of our errors and inconsistencies from the comfort of your own home. Next week, the Bears travel to Marionville, so we get a home week for week 1, and then we make a long road trip in week 2.
Get to go to the Cassie hometown.
It's a long way over there.
Yes, it's a long ways to Marionville. But Marionville has a pretty good football team, so.
They usually do. Bears' lone win last year was against Marionville in their 1-9 campaign. Don't forget also at halftime we'll have our opening edition of the Fall Sports Focus.
Foley at quarterback as we resume action here. The spread formation's posted now for Strafford. They've got 4 wide receivers, a lone setback behind Foley. Looks like he might be adjusting the call here. Gets the snap, throws to his short man out there, and he's coming around to the other side. They try the end around, and the Bears they are just all over the place. And the Bears nail him for a loss. A trick play there, but it didn't work out for Strafford as they lost about 4 yards back to the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 14.
Defense looked really good, swarming the ball there. Chase Jones made the final stop, but there were several Bears on the attack, and I like the aggressiveness of the Bear defense here.
2nd down and 14 for Strafford. Foley drops back into shotgun, still has those 4 wide receivers. Got the snap, wants to throw. Over the top he goes, incomplete.
Overthrew his man on the far sideline, and not sure it would have been for a big play anyway, about 5 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 3rd and long for Strafford. First pass attempt for Foley tonight.
Second,
that's right.
He completed the one just before that for a negative yardage.
You're right.
So the Strafford Indians are backed up here. They're 3rd down and 14 at their own 14-yard line. And they've got to get to the 28 for a first down, and I think they've called another timeout.
Yes, the official, Strafford timeout. Their 2nd of the half with 6:49 to go in the first quarter. No score. Home opener at Polinsky Field.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Adams Towing in Willow Springs is a proud Willow Springs Bears supporter. If you need a tow, call Adams Towing in Willow Springs. They're bonded and insured and have the equipment to complete any job, from small cars to semis. So if you break down or need a tow for any reason at all, pick up the phone and give Adams Towing a call, 469-3786. Adams Towing of Willow Springs. Call them anytime you need a tow.
Welcome back to Bear Football. 6:49 left to go first quarter. 3rd down and 14 for the Strafford Indians. They're backed up to the Bear 14-yard line, so big 3rd down here. And Hester has already called 2 timeouts here in the first quarter. Foley back in shotgun, keeps it back in there with him, has 4 wide receivers, 3 on the far side. on 3rd and long, and Foley keeps it. He rolls, throws, and
is it caught?
Incomplete. It fell to the ground.
Would have been a first down. He was open, but the ball was a little underthrown, and the receiver, number 8, Kyle Schatzer, had to go down to the ground to try to pick it off the ground, and he didn't do it. So incomplete, 4th down, and the Bears force another Strafford punt, and hopefully we'll get some pretty good field position. They're going to put a man back inside Strafford territory. John Baker is going to stand at about the 47-yard line.
So Strafford will be forced to punt. They're standing back at their own 3-yard line. That's where the punter is. There's the snap, and the punt is away. Not too deep. Takes a bounce, a good bounce for Strafford into Willow Springs territory. Will be down to the 47-yard line of the Bears. So good field position for the Bears to start their second offensive possession with no score in the ball game here, and we're just about halfway through the first quarter.
Well, and it is just a half of a quarter, but looking back at last year, Strafford had 2 possessions, and I know what they did with their first 2 possessions. They scored touchdowns, and they scored them quickly.
Yeah.
So the Bears' defense showing much better here in 2019.
Stratford personnel may be a little different as well.
Sure.
1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 47-yard line. Brady Walton back there at quarterback behind his line. He is in the eye, dotted by Henley behind him. Gets the snap. He rolls to his left, and he wants to throw, and he now just keeps it and gets about a yard on the play.
Good decision by Walton. Not a lot open downfield, so he tucks it and got what he could over the left side. He'll pick up about 2 yards.
2nd down and 9 for the Bears. Ball at the 48-yard line. Brady was rolling to his left, and I think he was wanting to throw, but there just wasn't anybody out there.
It was a hard throw from that angle, too, the right-handed Walton.
Bears in the huddle. Break the huddle now as we get down to the 10-second mark of the 25-second play clock. Trying to get everybody together. We're down to 3.
Hurry.
And
timeout.
They called a timeout. I think that was probably necessary. So Coach Slalom called this timeout. So both coaches using their timeouts here in the first quarter. And want to keep it here just to kind of settle in a little bit for SCA Willow Springs Bear football for the year. And you did mention earlier we'll have the fall sports focus, and that's always a highlight of a Bear football game because of so many other activities going on at Willow Springs School involving the kids and sports.
Absolutely, and talked to John White today at Landmark Bank. He is back on board with rewarding
of the week.
those gift certificates for our Fall Sports Athlete of the Week. This week, it will be a football player because
there's nobody else.
No other fall sports have started yet. That all gets going next week. So we've got some previews to kind of tease you with this week, and then we'll move it to the end of the game, and we'll award our Fall Sports Athlete of the Week to a football player at the end of the game tonight. But appreciate Landmark Bank coming back on board to sponsor that Fall Sports Focus.
Okay, Bears break out of the huddle with the coach now. They're back ready to go here on 2nd down and 9 from the 48-yard line. Brady Walton back there has 4 wide receivers with Henley behind him, and the man in motion goes to the right. And Walton wants to throw, and it's down to the 40-yard line, incomplete.
Had a man. It was going to be a tough catch and went through the hands of Bailey Ayatt, incomplete. Strafford's defending that pass pretty well.
Strafford,
it's tough to get the ball in there.
Strafford highlighting what they thought they were going to be good at this year. They thought their defensive secondary was going to be
they looked like
leading the way. So that's a tough place to try to throw. 3rd down and 9.
Walton's had 3 passes and 2 could have been picked.
That's not a good sign. That
doesn't make you want to pass a lot.
Not a lot. But it's a passing situation on 3rd and 9 from the 48-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle, and the running back gets to the Strafford territory at the 49 before he's brought down, but well short of a first down. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Triton Henley with the carry for the Bears, and the special teams will come on for another Bear punt. Try to pin the Indians deep.
They'll be punting from the 49-yard line. Henley drops back to about his 37 or 8-yard line. That's where he'll take the snap. Indians drop back 2 players about the 15-yard line. There's the snap, and a good one. And the punt is good punt. Yes, it is. Taken at the 10-yard line.
Good tackle.
And real good tackle by the Bears back at about the 12.
Try to get a number on that play. Number 32 for the Bears, Chris Miller, senior, with a good stop in open field and stopped the Indians right where they may have made a yard or two after the catch, but not much, and they're deep in their own territory here.
Start them at the 14-yard line. That's where they wound up with the ball when they had to punt last time. So starting deep in their own territory from the 14, 1st and 10 for Strafford. 4:53 left to go in the first quarter. No score from Polinsky Field. Strafford's had 2 possessions. The Bears have had 2 possessions. This will be the 3rd one for Strafford. Foley drops back in by himself at quarterback, alone back there, has 4 wide receivers, keeps the ball, and gets over the 15 before he is driven back by the Bear defense. Real swarming defense by the Bears on that play.
Gave up a couple yards, but, yeah, you like the energy and intensity of the defense. They pushed him right back where he came from. And Coach Preheim and the Bear defense jumping around down there, they're pumped up. Just a 3-yard gain for Foley.
Up to the 17-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Foley again going with by himself back there in the backfield. And he's got, he's got them spread all over. He's got 5 receivers out there on 2nd and 7. He rolls to the left, throws on the run, and the receiver dropped the ball at the 28-yard line. He was wide open, too.
Yeah, Bears catch a break there, and absolutely no reason to drop that ball. There was nobody within 2 yards of him, and he just dropped it. Incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Indians, and the Bears have caught a couple breaks with some dropped passes from Strafford here in the first quarter.
3rd and 7 for the Strafford Indians at their own 17. Because of the dropped passes and the stoppage of play, this quarter has gone on a long time. And 3 timeouts by the coaches. Yeah. Foley has, again, 5 wide receivers, and he's back there by himself. There was a bad start there. Indians were down the field about 10 yards, and the ball hadn't been snapped yet. The receivers were.
They were off to the races, and that's the first penalty on Strafford tonight. Only our 2nd penalty of the quarter, and might expect a few more in the first game of the year.
They'll take the ball back to the 12-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 12 now for the Indians from the 12-yard line.
There's a little late shifting some personnel in there. Now Strafford's going to shift some guys.
They're shifting all around. They've still got.
The official calls a official timeout. Stop the clock, and now we're ready to go.
There's the snap. Foley wants to throw. Now he just tucked. Now he throws on the run, and incomplete, out of bounds. It'll be 4th down. Another 4th down for the Strafford Indians. And they've got a punt for the 3rd time tonight. Wow.
Great job by the Bear defense. They've answered the bell here in the first quarter for sure. And, Strafford's going to make some adjustments, but I like the way the aggressiveness of the Bear defense and a nice job by the Bears secondary. We talk about how good the Strafford secondary is, but Foley 1 for 5 for -4 yards.
Bears have Baker back at inside Strafford territory to get this punt out of the end zone, and it is high, not too deep, fair catch by Baker at the 37-yard line. So the Bears have great field position this time, and probably 4-down field position.
Yeah, absolutely, inside the 40-yard line. And Bears, I'd like to see that maybe run the first 2 plays of the possession here and try to play a little smash mouth.
They haven't. Bears have tried to open it up with the passing game, and that hasn't worked very well offensively. They've done better on the ground. So we'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 37-yard line. Walton keeps 2 backs in there with him this time, with a wing on the right side, wide receiver on the left. And he hands it off to Henley. Henley gets inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. Is there a flag on the play?
Late holding on the Bears. So we will bring that play back, and that's the second penalty on Willow here in the first quarter. 10-yard penalty from the spot.
If it's where the flag is, it'll take it back to the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20.
Well, that takes the Bears out of you can run for those 10 yards, but now puts them in more of a passing situation.
So, Bears are offensively executing not too well here in the early going. Defense has been everything that anyone could ask. Offense got to get it going here. 1st and 20 from the 47 for the Bears as that penalty came in on the Triton-Henley run. Walton gets the snap, wants to throw. He throws wide. The receiver caught it and got a couple of yards on the play down to about the 44-yard line of Strafford. Not a big gainer there, but at least it was a completed pass.
It's a completion, goes for 2 yards. John Baker, the receiver, and Baker made a nice catch. Unfortunately, as soon as he caught it, he had 3 white jerseys looking at him.
Yeah, they were all around him. So not much, but a little bit of forward progress there. He got it down to the 44-yard line to be 2nd down and 17. So Bears need some big play here. Need a big play, big run-in play.
Haven't seen a big play from either team yet here in the first quarter.
2nd down, long for the Bears. Ball at the Strafford 44-yard line. Man in motion is Hyatt. Walton. Flag. Going to be procedure probably.
Yep. Illegal motion on the Bears, so that'll back it up 5 more yards. Wood came in motion, and I think that's the guy they got. And they'll move it back to about midfield.
It's going to be 2nd down and 22 now for the Bears.
3 penalties for 30 yards for the Bears here in the first quarter. And now it'll be 2nd down and 22.
Still 2:54 left to go in the first quarter. No score here at Polinsky Field on a opening night of football. Baker splits out wide to the near side. 2 receivers on the far side. Walton gets the snap, pitches late, and Henley is going to be brought down about the line of scrimmage. Not much there.
Strafford defense did a nice job closing that gap in a hurry, and Henley never able to get any momentum going, so no gain on the play.
3rd and 22 for the Bears.
2:15 left to go first quarter. Been a bit of a grind for both teams here in the opening quarter of the season.
Not seeing much offense from either team. Bears break the huddle, bring it up to the line of scrimmage, right at midfield. Walton has 3 wideouts on the far side of the field. 1 on the near side, gets the snap, drops to throw, throws over the middle, and it's broken up by the defense of the Strafford Indians. They've been pretty impressive.
They have been. Nice job. Mason Denning breaks up that play.
So 4th down in a punting situation for the Bears. And again, the field position has favored the Bears throughout this first quarter, but they just haven't been able to take advantage of it. Strafford drops back 2 safeties inside the 20-yard line. Henley to punt it away. He's standing at about his own 37-yard line. Gets the snap and gets it away, end over end, not too deep, takes a bounce, and they're going to let it bounce as the Bears cover it at about the 11-yard line. So the Bears down it there, and that's where Strafford will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Well, the Bears looking for the defense to maybe make a score here in the first quarter. Grab a turnover, maybe push Strafford back into the end zone here. The defense has definitely had the gold star here in quarter number 1, and they'll be asked to do it again here with 1:43 left to go in the quarter.
Spot the ball at the 11-yard line, maybe 12. I'll go 12. That'll be 1st and 10 for Strafford from the 12-yard line. Foley, their big senior quarterback, stacks them up back there. Kind of a odd-looking formation, but there are 3 backs in the backfield. And the handoff goes to the second back through, and he's got big yardage on that play. Well, big is bigger than the first
quarter, yeah. 5 yards.
They got 5 yards. Yeah, he got 5 yards up to the 18-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Strafford. And they hurry up offense. They're going to hurry it up a little here. Going with that same formation of 3 backs in the backfield. Foley is the middle back there. And he gets the snap, throws over the middle, got a man out there.
Caught. Breaks the tackle.
And he is going to be gone, maybe. No, he is. Yes, he breaks the tackle at the 30-yard line. It's all the way down to the Willow Springs 25-yard line for a big first down for the Strafford Indians. Big, big, big play. 50-plus yards on that play.
55 yards. We knew a big play would come eventually, and the receiver made the catch this time. At some point that was going to happen, and made the catch, turned, and had a lot of real estate in front of him. Big first down for the Indians. They've flipped the field position.
Foley has them 1st and 10 from the Bear 25-yard line now. Man in motion to the right. Hand off to the motion man. He's got a little blocking out here, and he's going inside the 20 down to about the 14-yard line. Better job of blocking that time by the Strafford Indians, or not quite as good a pursuit by the Bear defense either way.
Mullins with the carry for the Indians on the right side.
We'll spot him where at? 19, 18-yard line?
Down.
Oh, first down. Okay, I was looking at the wrong official. He's at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 for Strafford from the 13. Man in motion to the right. There's a throw over the middle. It is incomplete. Into the hands of the receiver in the end zone, but he dropped the ball.
Henley tipped it first and tipped it to the Strafford receiver, who then dropped it in the end zone. So after maybe an interception, maybe a touchdown, it's an incomplete pass.
30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Strafford threatening here with 2nd and 10 from the Willow Springs 13-yard line. Big play offense for Strafford, and they got it. Play before last. 2nd and 10. Foley out of the gun. 3 wide outs, man in motion to the near side of the field. Foley going to keep and hit at the 10, down at about the 7-yard line. He's going to be short of a first down, but good gain on the play.
Well, we heard coming in, Foley was the guy, and he's done it with his arm, and now spinning in there, getting Strafford closer to that end zone.
Pick up a 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3 from the Bears' 6-yard line. And is that timeout?
Oh, a timeout. That's interesting.
Timeout with 8 seconds left in the quarter. That's the last
timeout that is.
Well, unless it was the Bears that called the timeout, and I didn't see who got it.
I don't either, and they still haven't taken it away on the scoreboard either.
They have not. So we don't know who called the timeout.
Strafford. That's their final timeout. So they've burned all timeouts here in the first quarter, and they do it with 8 seconds. You've got 8 seconds until they could have taken the end of the quarter and gone in.
The clock was in their favor. The play clock wasn't down to.
Yeah, they could have run the 8 seconds off and been fine. But maybe they want to score in the first quarter. That's
that it could be a strategical play on that end. If that's the case, hey, okay, burn your timeout.
Sure, go for it.
3rd and 3 from the 6-yard line for Strafford. Here we go. 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Foley out of the gun. Gets the snap, rolls to his right. Got blockers in front of him. They miss a tackle, but the Bears do get him before he gets in the end zone. So they didn't get their touchdown in the first quarter. Not sure they got the first down.
I think they're a little short of the first down. And it will be 4th and short on the other end of the field when we come back after 1 quarter. Opening night at Polinsky Field. No score, Bears in the Indians.
You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Does this sound like you? Or maybe your inner biker sounds like...
No matter what motorcycle motor is music to your ears, Shelter Insurance has a policy that's music to your wallet.
Shelter insures your fun stuff. Motorcycles to riding mowers, ATVs to RVs, bikes to bass boats. If it rides, rolls, or floats, we can cover it. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Let Terry Newton show you how insuring your home and auto with Shelter Insurance can save you money.
And there's a flag on the play. Ozarks Medical Center, Willow Springs, is located at 201 West High Street across from Willow Springs Schools. Same-day appointments are available and open to the public to provide health care services for adults and children. Ozarks Medical Center, Willow Springs is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., providing quality health care to the community of Willow Springs.
What would you do if you could skip your car payments for 90 days? Buy season tickets to your favorite team? Start on a home improvement project? Take a much-needed road trip? Whether you're buying a new car, a new-to-you car, or refinancing the one you have now, Landmark Bank wants you to stop worrying and start making memories. Take advantage of a 90 days no-pay period on qualifying auto loans. Isn't it time you became a Landmark? Apply today at landmarkbank.com.
Landmark Bank, here for you.
Second quarter underway as the Bears are drawn off sides unless Strafford moved on that first play from scrimmage. We'll see what this call is here. It's against the Bears. So
Offsides on the Bears. That's tough.
Gives Strafford a first and goal at the 3-yard line. And that was well designed by Coach Hester.
It was, and got the Bears to commit their fourth penalty of the night. That's a costly one. Now the Indians will have first and goal from the 2?
Yeah, 3, 2, somewhere in there. Foley out of the shotgun on first and goal from the 3-yard line of the Bears. Gets the snap of the football, rolls to his right. He's looking to keep, and he's brought down short of the goal line. In fact, brought down for a loss on the play. Couple of yards lost back to about the 4.
Chris Miller brought him down for a 2-yard loss. So good pursuit by the Bears, and the Bear defense really going to be asked to make a big stand here.
Second and goal for Strafford. No score in the ball game as we open the second quarter. Bears defense has played well. Offense still trying to figure it out. Ball is just inside the Bear 5-yard line. That's where they mark it on second down and goal. Foley keeps two backs in there, 3 backs actually in the backfield with him this time. Puts a man in motion that looks like they're going to run left. And indeed they pitch that way and they get blocking, but the Bears cover him all the way back to the 9-yard line.
Wow.
Wow, the Bears read that well, didn't they?
Well, they did. Great pursuit by the Bears. Triton Henley and Wyatt Crutchington both in on the stop for Willow and knocked him back another 4 yards.
Wow.
So all of a sudden it's third and goal from the 9.
What a job by the Bear defense here so far. Got 2 more downs to go. Foley out of the gun now spreads everybody out. He's got 5 wide receivers, 4 on the left side. In fact, one of them is not covered by the Bear defense. Foley gets the snap. He rolls that way to the right and throws it incomplete. So it'll be fourth down.
Boy, he had a receiver. He threw it a little high, but it still went through the receiver's hands in the corner of the end zone. That's a good. If Coach Hester drew up a good play there, that's what I would have done as well, because the passing plays have burned the Bears tonight the few times they have been burned. So we'll see what they want to do on fourth and goal now from the 9. The Bears on the verge of a huge goal line stand here to start the second quarter.
Got 1 more down to go. Fourth and goal from the 9. Foley again has 3 wideouts. They're stacked on the right side, 1 on the left side. Back in there with him. He's in the gun. Gets the snap, rolls to his right, and he's looking, nowhere to go. Comes back to his left, and now he's going to take off, and he's got a wide field to go, and he's in. Touchdown. That's just Foley making it happen on his own. That wasn't the design of the play at all. But Foley went opposite direction, found a little seam over on the left side as everybody had over-pursued to the right, and went into the end zone for the score. So that comes with 10-11 left to go in the first half. Strafford is up 6-0.
Bears covered it well, did what they needed to do to cover the pass, but then, like you said, Foley just started creating and ran all the way back across the field and found a seam to get it in. And now we'll see what the Indians look like. They want to
swing and gate.
Go for 2 here.
And they hand off up the middle and do get 2. It's 8-0, and 10-11 left to go in the first half of play. Strafford breaks on top 8-0 over the Bears. We'll be back with the Strafford kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
If sports is your thing, we invite you to join us on OzarkRadioNews.com for our weekly podcast, Ozarks Overtime. Each Wednesday, Gary Lee, James Hurt, and myself, Harlan Hutchison, discuss what's topical in sports, whether it's local, state, or national. Topics will range from high school sports to the professional ranks. We speak our minds. Join us and see if you agree. It's brought to you by the Battery Station on Washington and West Plains. Find us at the link OzarkRadioNews.com/Ozarks Overtime. And for more sports, visit the sports page at OzarkRadioNews.com.
10-11 left to go in the first half of play here at Willow Springs. Polinsky Field and Strafford are broken on top of the Bears 8-0 in what has been a well-played ball game to this point.
Their defense has done a really good job. Gave up one big 55-yard pass play. That was the play that they'd like to have back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the defense has done a really nice job here in the first half. Need to get the offense going here early in the second quarter.
Offense.
One first down for the Bears.
Yeah, offense has not done much yet. From the 40-yard line, Strafford to kick off. Bears drop back single safety at the 15. There's the kick. Going to the far side of the field, and the Bears pick it up finally at the 20 and down at the 25-yard line. A little hesitation to pick that up. You got to pick that up. That's a live ball.
Yeah, the up man was a little reluctant to go up and get it and kind of let the deep man take it, but by that point, it was too late. So Bears may have missed an opportunity to get a few more yards, but as it is, they'll set up at the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Bear offense there. As they try to sort it out, find out what will work against this strong Strafford Indian defense. Limited their opponents last year to about 8 points a game, something like that, so they're good. Brady Walton, a quarterback, man in motion, and fake. The handoff goes up the middle, and the running back gets over the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
Nice job. Triton Henley with the Bears' biggest play from scrimmage tonight, picking up 8 yards.
Gets up to the 33-yard line, 2nd down and 2.
Bit of a high snap, but Walton was able to bring it down, get it away to Henley. He picked up 8.
Big crowd, as you had mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah.
There's a really big crowd here tonight for this opener. Walton brings them up to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 2. Gets the snap, and on the misdirection play, they get nothing. In fact, they lost yardage on that play. Big yardage. Lost 3 yards back to the 30. Be 3rd down and 5. Tried a little misdirection, but Strafford was up for it.
They were not fooled a bit. Kyle Wood, the running back, knocked back for a 3-yard loss. Mentioned the big crowd. The student section is all in Hawaiian tropical gear tonight. They've been standing the whole game, so kudos to our pep club tonight, doing a good job down there.
3rd and 5 here as the Bears break the huddle. Double receivers out to the left and right of Brady Walton as he stands in the shotgun with Henley back there with him. Gets the snap on 3rd and 5 over the middle, and it is intercepted.
And gone.
And a touchdown for Strafford. Ooh, there could be a flag on the play, but no flag. It was a bad block there.
No flag, and it was, it was just given right to him. Vance Mullins with the pick, and then he had an easy route to the end zone. So pick 6, and just like that, Strafford's up 14-0.
Yeah, took them a couple of minutes here in the second quarter to get going, but they've done it. So Strafford will try to tack on here, up 14-0 after the interception. That went for about 30 yards in the score.
First turnover of the game.
There's a snap of the football, and the quarterback wants to throw. I don't know if the guy caught it or not.
He did, but there is a flag.
There's a flag on the play. Kind of use that swing and gate type formation, but they don't switch out of it. They just stay in it.
They just make it these 3 guys against your 3 guys.
Yeah.
It's a
motion penalty against Strafford. So the 2-point conversion, which would have been good, they'll have to try it again from 5 yards further back at the 8-yard line.
See if the Bears want to try to figure this out. This 2-point, I don't know that I've seen one quite like this. Usually when teams start in that, they switch right before they run their play. But Strafford's not switching; they're running out of it.
They're running out of it. They put 3 guys in the middle of the field, and most everybody else is on the left, with one guy on the right, and your quarterback Foley is in there, right there with those 3, and so
make it a 3-on-3.
Yeah,
or 3-on-2 sometimes.
Yeah. So they're pretty well backed up here to the 8, so they're going to try that again. It's odd-looking formation again, but
that's totally different.
Yeah, totally different. And as they throw it into the end zone, it's high and deep and incomplete. So the 2-point conversion this time does not work. And Strafford up on the interception of the Bears. They go up 14-0. We'll take another 30-second break. You're listening here to Willow Springs Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU. Back in 30 seconds.
We all want top quality health care, and you get that with Cox Health Center in Willow Springs. At Cox Health Center, the patient comes first. The doctors at Cox Health Center in Willow Springs are Dr. Robert Shaw, Dr. Lori Clarkston, nurse practitioner Naomi Dick, nurse practitioner Teresa Ward, and nurse practitioner Carla Clinton. Based in the community of Willow Springs, Cox Health Center is community-minded. Cox Health Center in Willow Springs, located on Main Street next to Booster Field.
Welcome back to Bear Football on KUKU. 8:30 left to go in the first half. Strafford leading Willow Springs 14-0. It was scoreless at the end of the first quarter, but hey, since then it's been Strafford one on defense and one on offense. But the Bear defense has really played well.
Yeah, and the score is not quite indicative of the game. We've had 2 really big plays. The 55-yard pass play by Strafford. Other than that, they've not had a play over 8 yards. And then the interception, the pick 6. Those 2 plays have led to the 2 touchdowns. And
big plays.
You got to stay away from them, and the Bears need to maybe answer with a big play of their own. But the passing game is going to be tough tonight. That secondary of Strafford is really good, and it's going to be tough for Walton to find his receivers.
Yeah, it just looks like the Bears are going to need to run it, and run it.
Yeah, just going to have to grind it out, and that's going to be tough to do when you're down 14-0 here. But
Strafford tees it up at the 40-yard line. Bears drop back a single safety inside his 15. And we're ready to go here for second kickoff by the Strafford Indians in the second quarter. There's a nice kick. Not very deep, though. Taken by the Bears at the 35-yard line. He gets up over the 40 to about the 43.
Garrett Worley with the return for the Bears this time. He was the up man last time they let it go. He took it this time and did a nice job, brought it to...
Yeah, he got what he could out of it.
Yeah,
he did, and got the Bears good field position at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears there. And again, I think Walton has 1 completion, maybe 2.
Walton's 1 for 6.
And an
2 yards.
And an interception for a pick 6. So
Foley's only 2 for 8, but he had one of those went for 55 yards.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Bears here from the 42-yard line. Walton in there at quarterback. It's the snap, hands off. Henley's trying to make running room, and he's just having a hard time. He got hit by about 5 players of Strafford and got back to the line of scrimmage. That was a tough yard. They're going to give him a yard, I think.
Yeah, they will give him forward progress. That's nice of him because, man, Triton worked hard for that half a yard.
2nd down and 9 for the Bears. Ball is at the 43-yard line. Bears trying to find an offense here, and it's been a tough go of it. Bears break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Show double wing set with man in motion to the near side of the field. Walton keeps the ball and gets up close to the 45-yard line, gain a couple on the play. Be 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Wow.
Well, and now Strafford knows, hey, we've eliminated the passing game. We know what they're going to do, and they've put a lot of guys in the box. And they're reading that run really well. So their offense is in a tough jam right now.
Strafford plays with basically 5 linebackers. They put a 3-5-3. That's their basic defense with 3 on the front, 5 in the middle, and 3 in the back. And it's kind of tough to run on that defense as well. 3rd down and long for the Bears here from the 44-yard line. They get the snap. Walton rolls to his right and got a man open, but he underthrew him.
Being pressured from behind, Hyatt was the intended receiver right at midfield. It was short. The Bears will have to punt it away again. Just that one first down. Bears had a first down on their first drive of the game, and since then they have really stalled out.
4th down, a punting situation again for the Bears. I think that'll be their 4th punt of the night, I think. Their 3rd. Triton Henley back there to punt. Double safety for the Indians. They drop back at about their own 20-yard line. There's a snap and the kick. Not an in and over. It's a line drive kick taken by the Indians at the 20, and they're not going to get much out of it, down at about the 23-yard line. For the coaching staff.
Yeah, they're right. I saw it too. There was a block in the back that
went uncalled. They had one of those on the touchdown run too, on the interception. They didn't call that either, but the officials are short-handed. We'll give them a break.
Well, Strafford's only been penalized one time. Bears have penalized 4.
Okay.
Not a lot of penalties tonight.
Fought the ball at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Strafford. Foley drops back 3 wide receivers for him this time. Puts the man in motion, and the handoff goes to the tailback, and he gets about a yard on the play. Not much more than that. Maybe, just about a yard up to the 25. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Strafford.
Mullins on the carry. We'll give him a yard.
The Bears, one thing that scares you on the defense is that Foley's arm, and he can throw the football and has some speedsters. He splits out 3 wide receivers on 2nd down and long from the 25-yard line. Keeps 2 backs in there with him. Fakes the handoff, keeps the ball, found a little seam and got up to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Bears closed it pretty well. Looked like Foley had a really big hole to run through, but they shut him down before he got close to a 1st down. So still 3rd down and long 4 for the Indians.
5:30 left to go in the half. The Indians up 14-0 over the Bears. Foley, as the quarterback for the Strafford Indians, drops back in the I formation with a back there with him. He's got 3 wide receivers, puts a man in motion, and he rolls, keeps, and got a 1st down up to the 38-yard line. So pick up about 8 on the play and a 1st down for Foley and the Strafford Indians. He's beginning to kind of take over the game a little bit. He was individually responsible for that touchdown, that first score that they made. He just was.
Yeah, he has been the offense tonight for the Indians. There's no doubt about that.
1st and 10 for the Indians at the 38-yard line, their own territory. Foley out of the I formation. And in motion. Oh, there's a fumble on the play, and Foley just fell on it back at the 33-yard line. He didn't handle the snap. Snap was off a little bit to his left, and he just had to fall on the ball. So a loss of 5 on the play back to the 33. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
Bears need that kind of break. A fumble, an interception, some kind of something to shake it up a little bit. The defense has done a really good job here in the first half, despite being down 14-0, but needs something to kind of break the momentum up.
2nd down and 15 for the Indians, back at their own 33-yard line. Foley gets the snap, hands off to the, he kept it and flipped it out to his receiver, and he is brought down at the 43-yard line. A gain of about 8 or 10 on the play, but not enough for a 1st down.
Got a good tackle by Chris Miller, keeping him from getting more than that.
Good fake job by Foley back there.
It was.
or he faked me out anyway. So the 3rd down and 5 for the Indians. Ball is at the 43-yard line. Clock running with 3:30 left to go in the first half. Foley back there in the backfield by himself this time. He has 5 wide receivers on 3rd and 5, and he wants to keep it and makes a good move, but then he is surrounded by Bear defenders. Down he goes at the 40-yard line for a loss of 3 on the play.
Nice job by it, Story, that the Bears stayed home and stayed with Foley.
Bears had 2 big defensive tackles that are pretty good. They've got Story and Collins back there, and they're pretty good. 4th down situation for the Indians. From the 40-yard line, it's 4th and 8, and they've got to punt it away. Letting the clock run a little bit, I think, is all they're doing here. Oh, they got another player coming on the field.
Clock down to 6. They're out of timeouts.
They don't have any timeouts, but they get the punt away. Punt it away from the receiver, and it takes a nice Strafford bounce all the way inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line, where it'll be Bear ball, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Well, the negative is the offense, and you're looking at 85 yards to go in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. But the positive for the Bears tonight, the defense, I mean, the Indians had a defensive score. The other touchdown came after they had a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line, and the Bears hung on and made it
4th and 9.
Right, get it at the very last second. So the defense, other than that one big pass play, has done really well tonight for the Bears.
From the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bear offense. Brady Walton in there at quarterback. 2 backs in there with him. He hands off to the tailback, and nothing there. He is brought down after no gain.
Henley was the ball carrier, and Indians kind of zoned in on Triton. He's had 0 yards 3 of his last 4 carries.
Clock is down to about 2 minutes left to go in the first half. 14-0. Strafford is on top. They've scored on the offense, and they're with the offense, and their defense has also scored here in this first half. Walton at quarterback, 2nd down and 10 for the Bears from the 15-yard line. Man in motion to the right, and a handoff on the counter play, and the running back gets a first down over the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Bailey Hyatt with the ball carry and gets 11 and a first down. 2nd first down of the night for the Bears. They got one on their first possession and may get one on their last possession of the half, but that gets them out of a hole a little bit with 1:30 to play in the second quarter. Fall Sports Focus coming up at halftime. Stick around for that. Marty Band will do a short show tonight.
Bears break the huddle up at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Down to about 1:14 left to go in the first half. Walton unders hands off up the middle. Running back has a little running room, gets over the 30 to the 32-yard line. So another nice gain there.
Henley with the carry. The Bears getting some positives here on offense before heading into the locker room. Obviously, you want to score, but there's a lot of distance, and you don't want to do something silly here in the last minute and give Strafford another chance for a defensive score.
Spot the ball at the 34-yard line. It's 2nd down and 3 for the Bears from the 34-yard line. Walton out of the gun, man in motion, and they do the counter play, and it looks like they're close to another first down with about 26 seconds on the clock.
Chris Miller with the carry for the Bears.
Let's see if they give him the first. They may have to call in the chains here.
We've not done that all night.
He's going to say first down.
Give it to him.
Yep.
We'll take it. 3rd first down for the Bears.
They're at the 36-yard line, and they've got 25 seconds, and the clock is running. So they haven't got much time.
Yeah, I think the Bears are going to be content with getting a little positive on offense and going into the locker room and reworking how they want to do things.
Strafford's got 4 defensive backs back there looking for anything long. Walton gets the snap. He does want to throw. steps up in the pocket. He loses the defender. Now throws. Got a man open. Baker. He's got the ball. Baker's at the 10, 5, and out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Wow.
Time is expired.
No time on the clock. Oh, my.
Oh, a Strafford player is down in the backfield. There's a flag at the 37. I think Walton was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball, so I think it probably will come back.
Okay.
Still, oh my goodness, an exciting play to end the half. And Baker stutter stepped a little bit. He was trying to do everything he could to get into the end zone. And about 2 yards short. And
yeah, he just didn't have the speed to get in there. He had the determination, just not the speed. The Strafford player is down on the field, so that's why we have a stoppage in play here, so we can. And I'm looking for the striped guy in the white hat to give us some indication of what might have happened there on that flag. But I think you're probably right. He passed beyond the line of scrimmage, I think. So it's an illegal forward pass if that's the case. And
I thought when he threw it, I thought, I think he's a little far, and that's where the flag is laying. So I'm guessing that's what it is. Strafford player is still down on the field, but
see if the guy in the white hat, what's he going to do here? He's going to tell us something.
Coach Fisher confirms that is the call.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And they're going to bring out the stretcher for
the
player on the field. So
not a good way to end the half.
No, not at all. And we do not have a number, nor would I even want to throw that out there. But they are bringing the stretcher over for the player who is down on the floor. His leg is up. So his knee bent, and his teammates will now go to a knee over on the far sideline, and we will take a break. And
I think that's probably the thing to do.
We will come back for halftime in just a couple of minutes. No score, or there is score, 14-0 Strafford. No time left on the clock, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes to give you an update here from Zielinski Field.
You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see the windshield or the wind in your hair on your first road trip? Do you see headlights or the way your family's faces light up as you pull into the driveway? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby in West Plains at 417-256-3434, in Houston at 417-967-4152.
Hello, folks. This is Coach John Bailey from the team of Bailey Chevrolet GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. You know, it's sports season, and that means it's tailgate season, and Chevrolet and GMC, especially right now, have a tailgate party for you. Every Friday night at Polinsky Field, Bailey Chevrolet will have the GMC tailgates lowered down with a new 6-way multi-pro grade tailgate to show you how easy it is to get in and out of the back of a GMC. Come and see us at Bailey Chevrolet and GMC for your price on your truck. You'll be glad you did.
And there's a flag on the play.
Ozarks Medical Center, Willow Springs, is located at 201 West High Street across from Willow Springs Schools. Same-day appointments are available and open to the public to provide health care services for adults and children. Ozarks Medical Center, Willow Springs is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., providing quality health care to the community of Willow Springs.
Switching to West Plains Bank and Trust Company is easy. I repeat, switching to West Plains Bank and Trust Company is easy. 1. Open a new account at West Plains Bank and Trust Company and stop using your old account. 2. We'll help you make a list of all your direct deposits and automatic payments, then do all the work to get them switched for you. 3. Close your old account. That's it. Don't put it off any longer. You know you've been thinking about it. Make the switch to West Plains Bank and Trust Company, where every customer leaves a friend. Member FDIC.
If sports is your thing, we invite you to join us on OzarkRadioNews.com for our weekly podcast, Ozarks Overtime. Each Wednesday, Gary Lee, James Hurt, and myself, Harlan Hutchison, discuss what's topical in sports, whether it's local, state, or national. Topics will range from high school sports to the professional ranks. We speak our minds. Join us and see if you agree. It's brought to you by the Battery Station on Washington and West Plains. Find us at the link OzarkRadioNews.com/Ozarks Overtime. And for more sports, visit the sports page at OzarkRadioNews.com.
And welcome back to Polinsky Field. No time left on the clock here at halftime. We did have a player injury on the last play of the game and a penalty as well. So we're trying to sort this out as to whether neither team has gone to the locker, and both teams are still waiting for the results of what happens to the player on the field, who has yet to be moved. Although they brought the stretcher out, it doesn't look like they're going to use it. To me, it looks like they've kind of set it aside and put their stuff on it, but I don't know that. Just sort of a observation at this point, but you hate to have that happen here in the first half of a first game of the season.
Oh, absolutely.
For anybody. So,
well, and especially there was so much emotion in this game at the beginning. Strafford has been so classy with this game, and now for what looks like a fairly serious injury to one of their players here in the first half, just kind of puts a somber mood over what was a pretty good half of football.
Yeah, good half of football. Bears have played extremely well defensively. Offense, thought we had a spark there at the end of the half with that pass play, but it looks like Brady Walton was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball, so that'll be brought back, and we still have not had an official end to the first half, as the official has not given us any indication of. I'm sure he has rules he has to follow here, and he can't do anything until he clears the field of the injured player, I'm sure. So the officials, there are 5 of them there. They're all huddled up. The player, I think he is
on his feet now.
I didn't think they were going to use the stretcher.
Tremendous.
Yeah, it
Good news is the player is up and on his feet, and his team rushes onto the field to greet him. And really a good sportsmanship from both teams, as the Bears, the entire team knelt and prayed for the player, and you've seen a lot of classiness tonight from both teams, and now the penalty will be given to the Bears. That penalty is declined, so now we have come to the end of the first half, and well wishes for the Strafford player that was down, and both teams will now head to the locker room to regroup and get ready for the second half. The Bears will have the ball first in the third quarter, and we'll take one more break and come back with your stats. We'll give you some score updates and start the fall sports focus coming up in just we'll take 2 minutes here, Jordan, come back for the halftime show. Again, Strafford leading at halftime 14-0. Back in 2 minutes, you're listening to Bear Football on KUKU.
We all want top quality health care, and you get that with Cox Health Center in Willow Springs. At Cox Health Center, the patient comes first. The doctors at Cox Health Center in Willow Springs are Dr. Robert Shaw, Dr. Lori Clarkston, nurse practitioner Naomi Dick, nurse practitioner Teresa Ward, and nurse practitioner Carla Clinton. Based in the community of Willow Springs, Cox Health Center is community-minded. Cox Health Center in Willow Springs, located on Main Street next to Booster Field.
Are you looking for a new career? Western Dairy Transport offers entry-level training, even if you have no prior experience, and they'll pay you every step of the way. Join more than 1,000 company drivers, owner-operators, and contract fleet owners that support Western Dairy Transport. Apply online at WDTmilk.com or call 1-800-469-7714. That's 1-800-469-7714 or go to WDTmilk.com.
Buying a new home means making decisions. Which countertops in the kitchen? Hardwood floors or carpet? Where to put that vase your in-laws gave you? The last thing you should worry about is how you're going to finance your new home. Landmark Bank has the right loan to fit your needs. Isn't it time you became a Landmark? Apply today at landmarkbank.com.
Landmark Bank, here for you.
Landmark Bank is an equal housing lender subject to credit approval. Other qualifications may apply.
When you think of cookouts, barbecues, any special occasion, you automatically think G&W Foods in Willow Springs, because you know they'll have that just right meat selection, plus they do those special cuts and orders. They have everything else you'll need for a great meal, right down to the charcoal. Savings up and down every aisle, and oh, that great customer service. All you have to do is shop, and they'll bag your savings up and carry them out to your car for you. G&W Foods, downtown Willow Springs, open 7 days a week. Shop where we know you.
Welcome back to Polinsky Field. We're at halftime here of the season opener for the Willow Springs Bears. Bears entertaining the Strafford Indians, and the Strafford Indians have the lead 14-0 at halftime. Marty has got some stats for us, so we'll take a look at those first.
Yeah, let's do scoring summary first. And the two scores happened within about 90 seconds of each other. And the Bears, going to look back at the stats, and there's just a couple of big glaring plays that stand out. Otherwise, this would be a 0-0 game at halftime. The first score came at 10:11 to go in the second quarter. Foley on a 9-yard touchdown run. That was after the Bears had stopped Strafford first and goal from the 2 and made it a 4th and 9. Fourth and goal from the 9-yard line, and Strafford got in on a 4th down. 2-point conversion was good. It was 8-0, and then a couple of minutes later, Walton threw an interception to Vance Mullins. He returned it for 30 yards and a touchdown, and that's it as far as the scoring, 14-0. So, and you can look at the stats, and they're pretty even for both these teams in the first half. So you've really got to take a lot of positives for the Bears. You just kind of frustrated that the score is not a little closer because the two teams really played a pretty even first half. Foley leading the charge for the Indians, but not as much as you would think. On the ground, he's 7 carries for 17 yards. Mullins 5 carries for 14 yards. That's really it as far as the ground game. And Foley 3 of 9 for 60 yards passing, but one of those was a 55-yard pass play, and that really was that and the interception. Those are your 2 plays. 4 first downs for the Indians, 3 first downs for the Bears, and the Indians only penalized once. That was key. Bears penalized 4 times for about 35 yards, and really for Willow, not much on offense. Henley's got 23 yards on 7 carries, 15 yards for Ayatt, 10 yards for Walton, and Walton passing he struggled, 1 of 7 for 2 yards, and that Strafford secondary, like we've talked, is just they look like a basketball team out there just waiting to tip the ball. So
almost had a miraculous ending to the half there.
Yeah, talk about that.
With Walton on the last play of the half, and he was rolling back to throw, couldn't find anybody open, scrambling a little bit, looked like he was going to run the ball, and then somehow John Baker got open, wide open at about the 25-yard line, and Walton saw him and threw, but didn't make it into the end zone, but Baker got close. He was inside the 5-yard line when they brought him down or knocked him out of bounds. So the Bears kind of ended on a good note, although Walton was beyond the line of scrimmage. He would have come back, but still in all, it was
positive momentum.
It was a positive momentum, and the fact that Baker got so open against that Strafford defense was pretty amazing.
Well, it's 14-0, but this is a good Strafford team, and we were in Strafford last year and absolutely took a whipping. I think it was about 40-0 at halftime last year, and then that game was over within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So Bears playing a much better game here in 2019, and hopefully we'll come out with a big second half. Other games around the area as the Bear Pride Band entertains folks at halftime with their partial show tonight. They've got the big show coming soon. They've got a big TV screen that they're working in this year, so you'll want to come watch the band in week 3. I think we'll be back in 2 weeks to play the Bulldogs. State-ranked teams of interest: West Plains leading Hillcrest 35-0 in the second quarter.
All right.
Ava leading Buffalo 16-7 at the half. Buffalo has given Ava fits. They beat them in week 1 last year, and they're sticking right with them this year. And Thayer leading Hayti. That's a battle of 2 top 10 teams. Thayer is number 9 in the state. Hayti number 2, and Thayer leads them 8-6 at the half. So a battle between Thayer and Hayti. Mountain Grove and Fairgrove tied 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. So, everybody says, Mountain Grove's so down this year.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's people in Mountain Grove.
Their name's still Mountain Grove.
Yeah.
And those are 2 teams that the Bears fear, the Groves, the Mountain Grove and the Fairgrove. Houston leads Sarcoxy 18-0 at halftime.
There's a team that you got to watch out for.
Yes, they're on the rise.
Yes, they are.
For sure. And that looks like about all the scores that we've got in of local interest. I'm sure we can find some others as the night goes on, but there's your local interest scores. Bear football tonight brought to you by Western Dairy Transport, Bailey, Chevy, GMC, West Plains Bank, G&W Foods, Gentleman Gyms Incorporated, Shelter Insurance, Terry Newton is your agent, OMC, Landmark Bank, Cox Health Center, and Justin Shelby at Farmers Insurance.
All right. Well, let's look at the stats for the first half and sort of a review, and you could hopefully hear a little bit of the band. We didn't open the windows so you could, but they had a
crack, but
they had a big sound. They sounded good. So 2 weeks from now, you come back and watch their full show as Coach Cochran, our director.
Oh, I think he would be fine with Coach.
Yeah, he's sort of that way. Anyway, he'll have them all put together in 2 weeks, and they will be there'll be a fine display then. So you'll get to enjoy them against the Kabul Bulldogs, who somebody told me the Kabul Bulldogs were really going to be good this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the Bears owe the Kabul Bulldogs a little
I
for
think
last
so.
year. That was a rough game.
Yeah.
In the pit last. We had to take 2 days to play that football game.
I've been told that that Kabul is really going to be good this year. So, hey, I'm passing that along.
2 weeks from tonight, they'll be here at Valencia.
One who told me will remain anonymous, but
all right.
Because I don't want to subject him to any more abuse than he already gets.
Well, let's move on to the Fall Sports Focus.
Oh, okay.
It's sponsored by Landmark Bank, Fall Sports Focus. This week, we will name an Athlete of the Week from the football game.
Yes.
Tonight, and Landmark Bank will award that Athlete of the Week a prize that I will award them on Monday morning. And we'll start with all these sports again. Nobody's played anything yet. They've done some jamborees, but this is the first actual contest of the season, which I think is kind of nice that the football game kind of kicks off the fall sports season. Cross country, they won't have anything until next Saturday. They'll be in Bolivar.
That's what we're going to say next month.
Yeah,
well, it will be next month. But anyway,
cross country team does things on their own time.
Yeah.
It will be next month. You're right. The Southwest coaches meet in Bolivar next Saturday. So good luck to Coach Wagner and the cross country team, and I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot about them in the coming weeks. And got a good cross country tradition here at Willow Springs. The girls tennis team, they're looking forward to a great season. The team brings back 6 girls from their varsity team last year that finished with a 12-5 record. So they're bringing a ton of people back.
Coach Cox must be happy about that.
He is. Senior Riley Poole returns as number 1. Last year she was all-district, finishing 4th place in singles. And then juniors Taylor Reese, Kenna Cox return as the number 2 and number 3 players. And they're the defending district doubles champions. So he's got lots of talent coming back.
He does.
Newcomer to the varsity lineup is freshman Kylie Cox, another Cox. And I think Coach Cox is using his daughters to help him get some wins, and nothing wrong with that. And then a group of 3 seniors round out the varsity lineup with Honey Hansen, Jessie Clarkson, and Olga Dudko. And then he says he's got 11 girls on the JV.
Oh, he's got another Dudko?
Yeah, another Dudko.
Okay,
18 girls on the tennis team. Wow. Which he says is the largest number he's had, and I don't know that I can remember any teams with 18.
He may be vying for an assistant coach.
He might be. He might be.
Yeah.
Busy first week for the tennis team. Their first match is at home on Tuesday against Waynesville, and then they travel to Hillcrest on Wednesday, and then the Parkview tournament next Friday. So busy week for the tennis team. And
they hit the courts rolling.
And that tennis team, got to brag, last year 12-5, and you heard the teams that they play: Parkview, Hillcrest, Waynesville. They don't play any little schools. Little schools don't have a girls tennis team.
Yeah.
So when they get wins, it's a big, big deal. So good job, Coach Cox, and we'll look forward to hearing a lot about some tennis victories this year. Volleyball. We've got a new head volleyball coach. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But for those who don't,
it's Haley Pitt. Her husband went to West Plains, and we wish Brandon the best, coaching the Zizzer football team. But she stayed here and she's our new volleyball coach. She was the assistant for Coach James last year, and she passed the baton to her this year, and I think she's going to do a nice job. They're returning a strong team this season, led by last year's all-conference seniors Tessa Dudridge, Cassidy Brotherton, and Cheyenne Watts, and junior Alyssa Von Almans. There's 4 really good athletes.
Pretty good names right there. Yeah, that's a good basis for any team.
You bet. Also in the varsity mix are seniors Emily Daniels, Zoe Kimbrough, and Kinsey Cox, as well as sophomores Ashlyn Jones, Haley Sigmund. A lot of good names there, and those girls, said she's worked extremely hard in the preseason, and I think that they've got some potential to really be a good team, and likes the chemistry and the intensity that they play with. Says their unofficial motto is "We will never be outworked," and that's what they want to do. They want to outwork their competition, and she thinks they're going to be really competitive this year. And I know our athletic director was at the Jamboree. He was impressed, thought they did really well, and they will start their season at home on Tuesday against, I'm not sure who they play, but they're going to be home next Tuesday. I think that's one of the Springfield schools, maybe Hillcrest. I know we have a home and away with them, so I believe that'll be our first game. Tuesday, Mumford Gym, and you should just go to Mumford Gym. I mean, to see the volleyball team, absolutely, but it looks beautiful. The floors have been redone, and it is gleaming in Mumford Gym.
Okay.
So go watch some volleyball Tuesday night. JV will play at 6. Varsity will play after that. And Coach Bunch just passed me by. Where did he go? I'm going to get him back over here so he can tell us a little bit about softball, because they're going to put some more time back on the clock, and we got a little extra time, and he never sent me anything today. So why don't
you're gonna
bail for just a second?
I'm gonna stall while you go get
go read the sponsors again. I'll be right back.
You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU. Willow Springs Bears taking on the Strafford Indians. We're at halftime with the score 14-0 as the Strafford Indians scored both their touchdowns within about 90 seconds early in the second quarter. So,
all right. He's Coach Bunch the headset. He's got 3 minutes, he said. So we will take 1 minute and a half to talk about softball. Tell us about softball, Coach. You graduated a really, really strong core group of players, but I know you've got some kids coming up and some kids that have come over. And how's the team looking?
Yeah, we graduated 5 seniors that were really vital to the program. I think, if I remember right, they had 79 wins in their 4 years.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, almost an average of 20 wins a season. But we have a newcomer, a freshman on the mound, I guess you could say, with Riley Scarborough. She's the ace of the staff, and we're gonna just see how far she can take us on the mound. I do have a transfer from West Plains, Minnie Russell. She's a sophomore. She will pitch a little bit for us also. And then Anna Mingy, she is a freshman as well, and she'll get to pitch a little bit. Those 3 are pretty well our pitchers. I do have 4 returning seniors with Courtney Melvin. She's our third baseman. She hit, I think, 430 last year, around that. She was an first team all district, first team all region. She actually holds the school record with 5 home runs in a season. She hit 5 home runs last year. We have Emily Scarborough coming back. She's kind of been asked to move over to play first base, doing a tremendous job there. Emily, she missed a little bit of the season last year, but she's done really, really good at just being a leader and those types of things for us. Katie Rothmick comes back to play second base. Does a really nice job defensively for us. She knows she works on her hitting really, really hard, just trying to become a better hitter. And then Reagan Brooke, our senior outfielder, she kind of took over an outfield spot last year, and kind of, I've said it a few times, she does the little things that don't make the scorebook. She moves runners over. She bunts well. She does all the little things to help us improve and help us score runs, things like that. But the girls are working hard. We play Tuesday here will be our first home game this coming up Tuesday against East Carter.
Okay. Very good. Well, we'll try to get a big crowd out there for you, and good luck this season.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach Bunch. And softball team gets it cranked up this week, and like you said, if you don't send me something, I'm going to go find you, especially when you're 2 to 1.
Well, he knows where he's at. You know where he's at.
So, yeah, softball team district champs last year, and they've got some rebuilding to do, but they've got the girls there to do it and do it quickly. We're ready for the second half, Larry.
We are, and the Bears will get the ball first, and we'll get the kickoff from the Strafford Indians. We'll see what adjustments have been made at halftime. Ball is teed up at the 40-yard line, and we're just about set to go. 30 seconds still on the clock. I guess they're waiting to let that expire before the official blows his whistle and says we're ready to go, but both teams are certainly ready. Didn't find out anything about the status of the injured player at halftime. Meant to do that and let that slip.
He was helped off the field, and we'll send our well wishes, of course.
There's the kick, and we are underway. The ball is taken at the 25-yard line. Bears bring it back to the near side of the field, and then just everybody gets in the pile, and forward they go to the 35. And that's where the Bears will put it in play, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Garrett Worley on the return for the Bears. Strafford leading 14-0. Bear offense looking for some identity here in the third quarter.
It's probably a good word for it. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Bears as they start this second half. They won the toss and deferred to the second half.
See what adjustments both coaches have made at halftime.
Brady Walton has 2 backs in there with him as we get ready to go out of the gun. He hands off to the second back through, and no gain on the play.
Completes the pass, actually. It was a short pass over the far side to Kyle Wood. It'll give him a yard.
Just a little short pass. It wasn't a... And went to the far side of the field, so a gain of a yard. But second down and 9. Bears trying to open that up a little bit.
They want to be able to run, but you've got to spread those guys out a little bit in order to have seams to run through.
Baker was trying to get in the ball game, but didn't make it. But I think we still got 11 in there. Walton on second down and 9 gets the snap. Little misdirection play. Running back breaks a tackle and gets over the 40 and up to the 42-yard line, making it 3rd down and about 3 for the Bears.
Kyle Wood on the run for Willen.
Long 3, but it's we'll call it 3rd and 3. Got to get up to 45-yard line. They're shy of the 42. Bears first possession here of the second half, and we're underway with the Bears trailing Strafford 14-0. 3rd down. Walton breaks them out of the huddle, gets them up to the line of scrimmage, puts the man in motion, and off on the counter play, and the running back is going to be brought down short of the first down. Got about a yard on the play, and that's about it.
Bailey Ayat and Strafford was coming hard on that play. It was going to be hard to get anything with the blitz coming from the Indians.
3rd down.
It away.
4th down and 4, or 4th down and 3 for the Bears from the 47-yard line. Triton Henley in to kick it away. And he's saying, something's not right here. I'm not sure what, but maybe he didn't have enough on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe he's a player short.
Bears got to burn a timeout here. And they will. Or take a timeout called right with 1 second left on the play clock. 9:40 left to go in the third quarter.
I see Triton's issue. He only had 9 players in front of him. So what was he supposed to do? Go with a player short? I can see what the wheels rolling there.
Somebody missed the assignment there, and Coach Swallam was none too happy about it. But the Bears burn a timeout here with 9:40 to go. Third quarter, trailing 14-0 and punting on their first possession of the second half.
3 and out again for the Bears, and they've had several of those tonight. Had to call a timeout because they didn't have enough men on the field. That's
Those are the kind of things, though, that happen in the first week of the season. We'll chalk it up to that. Triton's done a nice job punting tonight for the Bears.
Henley stands back at his own 30. That's where he'll receive the ball. He gets the ball and low to the ground, but he picks it up and gets it away. And it looks like it's going to go out of bounds somewhere down around the 20-yard line. I'm not sure exactly where, but we'll see where the official wants to call it out of bounds.
He's going to put it right at the 20.
Well, it's a good guess, you know. It looked, I could tell that from here. So
yeah, maybe just inside.
So anyway, Bears have, the defense has a job cut out for them, but the Strafford Indians are 80 yards away, and you'd rather have that than a short field to work with. 9:33 left to go in the third quarter. Indians lead at 14-0. First and 10 for the Indians at the 22-yard line.
They moved it out. I don't know why.
Okay.
But, they changed their mind, I guess.
Still good field position for the defense. Foley lines them up, has them spread out. He's got 5 wideouts and nobody back there with him on first and 10. Man in motion to the right. And if man fumbles the ball, looks like he got on it at about the 15, but dangerous play there. The man in motion got the pitch from Foley and fumbled it.
Mason Denning lost the ball in the backfield, so it'll be a 5-yard loss.
7-yard loss, back to the 15. So it'll be second down and 17 for the Strafford Indians, all the way back at their own 15-yard line. Bear defense almost had him a big break there. Foley brings him back to the line of scrimmage. He has 2 backs in there with him this time, and a man in motion, and he hands off to the running back up the middle, and he gets over the 15 up to about the 17-yard line. It'll be third down and long for the Indians.
Barris with the carry. Jaron Story stayed home for the stop for the Bears. Not much there for Barris.
Third down, 15 yards to go. See if the Indians want to throw from deep in their own territory. Foley has 2 backs with him in the backfield, and he has 3 wide receivers. This big third down play. He rolls to his right, wants to throw, got a man out there, and
they're going to throw an interference flag.
Well, we'll see.
There's a flag.
There is a flag on the play. Up at the 40-yard line, the ball was incompleted pass. See what that flag is about.
I don't know. They're moving the ball back. Pass interference on the Indians.
There you go.
Okay, so offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
And you could see the little shove down here as they were jostling for it. That'll move
some of the
Indians back inside the 10.
Could you decline that penalty? And
you
make
could,
it, huh?
yeah. But maybe that's one you can't decline. I don't know.
The Bears elect to take the penalty, 10-yard penalty against the Indians. Takes the ball back to the 7, where it's third down and 25 for the Indians. Foley keeps the ball now, hands it off, and a tackle made near the line of scrimmage as they tried to run outside on the far side of the field.
Justin Chaney with the stop.
So gain of maybe a yard on the play, but it'll be fourth down and 24 for the Indians at their own 8-yard line. Boy, the Bears need a big run back here or something.
How good has the Bear defense been tonight? Really, really good. That one pass play was it.
So the Indians in their own punting out of their own end zone. The punter is standing in the end zone. Bears drop back single safety at the 45. There's the punt. Not a real long punt. And the Bears fall on it at the 36-yard line. So great field position for the Bears at the Strafford Indian 36-yard line.
Michael Tinsley fell on it at the 36-yard line.
So, again, the Bears, as much as they did in the first quarter, getting some good field position here, playing the old field position game, and they're doing well at it. But trailing 14-0, they need the offense to go to work.
Need a big play like Strafford's got, get a break here, and you're right back in this game. Defense has certainly held him in it. Mr. Cocker needs a break. He had that third of a show there, and he's worn out.
What's the player here? What are we doing?
I'm not sure. There's a penalty. We're going to get out in the back.
We're going to punt again, or what?
Yes, we are.
Apparently it was against the Bears.
Illegal hit to the head. Personal foul. Wow. Is that an automatic first down?
No. Well, I don't know.
We shall see. I believe it is. And that's a costly penalty, if it is. They're going to bring it all the way up to the 24 to be fourth down.
No automatic first.
No.
I think that's on mass interference, I think, but I don't know about what that penalty that you said it was an illegal hit to the head.
Hit to the head, yeah. 4th and 9.
So, big break for the Indians. They'll punt now again, but this time from the 25-yard line. And a little better punt this time.
Go get it. There you go.
Ball is picked up by the Bears in their own territory at the 35-yard line. They bring it back up to the 39. 1st and 10 Bears, but wow, they lost about 30 yards in that
costly penalty.
In that penalty. Lost a lot more than the penalty, than the 15 yards. 1st and 10 for the Bears, ball at their own 39-yard line. They had it at the 37 of the Strafford Indians before that penalty. So penalties have been a little bit costly for the Bears tonight.
50 yards in penalties. Flagged 5 times.
More yards in penalties than yards in offense.
2 15-yarders. That'll hurt. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. 14-0 Strafford.
Bears take over, and their offense goes back to work. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Spread formation, 3 wideouts on the far side of the field. Walton gets the snap, takes the handoff, now throws to the short side of the field, and the pass is complete and up to the 46-yard line, a gain of about 7 on the play.
Kyle Wood with the reception, and that's Bears' biggest pass play.
You've been saying that name.
Kyle Wood, yes.
His name is popping up on both sides of the ball.
The guy the athletes would have, or the coaches would have liked to have had the last couple of years, but they got him out this year. He's an athlete that can help this team.
2nd down and about 4 for the Bears, or 3. A short 4, long 3. Ball is right at the 46-yard line. 4 wide receivers. Walton gets the snap and just keeps it. Ducks his head, gets what he can, and he got a first down. He gets over the 50-yard line and into Strafford territory for a 1st and 10. A gain of about 5 on the play. So Brady just
it was a good run. I thought he was
stuck his head in there. He did.
About a yard.
Yeah.
He kept at it.
Ball is laying right on the midfield stripe. So 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for the Bears. That's their first down of the second half.
Each team has now had 4 first downs in this game.
Wow. 1st and 10 for the Bears at midfield. Man in motion to the near side of the field. Walton rolls to this side as well. Picked by the Strafford Indians.
The official says no. It hit the ground first. Bears dodge a bullet there. It looked like he had an interception. Number 10, Clay Lawson, went to the ground. And
it's about at the 45-yard line of the Strafford Indians. So incomplete. Almost picked off, but incomplete. Be a 2nd down and 10.
Strafford had a pick 6 in the first half. That was their 2nd touchdown.
2nd down, and a little play just now coming in from the sidelines for the Bears as Walton brings it in from Coach Schwalm. 2nd down and 10. 4 wideouts again. We have 2 on each side of Walton. Man in motion to the right. And the handoff goes that way. Wood into the open at the 40, gets all the way down to the 34-yard line. As Wood opens it up a little bit, he's beginning to open a few eyes for Bear fans, isn't he?
He is. 16-yard gain. That's the Bears' biggest play of the night. Wow. From scrimmage. And what a good time for it.
He was the man in motion, and he got the handoff from Brady Walton and went 15 yards. So 1st and 10 for the Bears at the Strafford 35-yard line.
Good blocking for Wood also. He had a good hole to run through.
1st and 10 for the Bears from the 35. Man in motion to the left.
Same play other side.
And again, it goes for about 7 yards this time as Wood keeps the ball. He was the man in motion, got down to the 28, 29-yard line. Give him a 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4 for the Bears. So the Bears found a little something here.
Kind of a fun play. Walton gets the snap, and then he just kind of tips it to Wood in motion. So it's a really quick
timing play, too.
Yeah.
It's a real quick timing play.
Doesn't take long, and now Indian is down, and that looks like a cramp as the trainer is working on his leg. So both teams will move to the sidelines for a moment. With 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Bears driving a little bit here.
Yes.
Trailing 14-0.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
Adams Towing in Willow Springs is a proud Willow Springs Bears supporter. If you need a tow, call Adams Towing in Willow Springs. They're bonded and insured and have the equipment to complete any job, from small cars to semis. So if you break down or need a tow for any reason at all, pick up the phone and give Adams Towing a call, 469-3786. Adams Towing of Willow Springs. Call them anytime you need a tow.
4:57 left to go in the third quarter. It's still 14-0 Strafford over Willow Springs, and the Indians have it in
the third quarter. Houston leading Sarcoxy 24-0 at the half. So a couple of updates that we've seen. Salem leading St. James 14-0 at the half.
All right, 2nd down here at about 3 for the Bear offense. They're at the 28-yard line of Strafford. Walton, the quarterback, has 2 backs in there with him. Man in motion to the left gets the snap. They go right up the middle this time, and the first down for the Bears. Triton Henley gets inside the 25-yard line.
That opens things up a little bit for some inside game when you've had success to the outside. So Henley able to take advantage, and the Bears pick up another first down. They've had as many first downs on this drive as they've had the whole game. 3.
1st and 10 for the Bears inside the 25-yard line of Strafford. Bears in the huddle. And they're trying to figure out what the play they want to run. And, man,
they're not going to
get this one off. They're going to have to...
Walton and Coach Swallow standing on the sideline watching the clock burn down.
Timeout, I guess, be the Bears' second timeout of the half. Huh. I don't...
Make sure it is an official Bear time. I'm not sure that it is a timeout.
It wasn't a water break?
No, because they didn't take a break. I'm not sure what that was, but...
What was the official was doing this? I'm not sure what that meant.
I don't know what it means. Looks like he was raising the roof, but... He's excited to be here, I guess. Anyway, the Bears are out there, and we're ready to go with 4 minutes now.
All right, no timeout. 1st and 10 Bears. Walton gets the snap, rolls to his right, throws over the middle. Ooh, dangerous pass. Incomplete. Second down and 10.
Cheney was the intended target, the tight end for the Bears. But there was a lot of traffic.
Well, there was a lot of white shirts there, and as you said earlier, Strafford's in their white uniforms tonight, all white, and the Bears are in all maroon. So that stopped the clock with 3:57 left to go in the quarter. Bears driving, 2nd down and 10 from the 24-yard line of Strafford. Had some success running here in this third quarter. Man in motion to the right. Handoff goes to the running back, looking for his hole, and he found a little one, got inside the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line, goes Triton Henley. So I thought he was going to be stopped for no gain, but he was looking for a hole, and he got a block finally. Took a while to get it, but took it about 7 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
There's obviously in 4-down territory here. Walton's having to do a lot of running those plays in and out.
Clock running, 3:25 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball is 3rd and 3 from the 17-yard line. There's the snap. Walton,
the Wood play again.
Hands off to Wood. Wood turning the corner and might have gotten the first down. We'll see. He's close, far side of the field.
It's a play that they had a lot of success with early in this drive. Went back to it to try to get a first down here. And no official work.
Right at the 15-yard line, and then
they're going to be short.
Okay, so it's going to be a little short of a first down, 4th down situation for the Bears. Let's see what their sneak play is. Let's see if they just got a short yard
Henley would be my pick here. Or maybe Walton, just keep it.
You need to get under center to do that, though.
He's not going to do that.
Walton out of the gun, has Henley behind him, gets the snap. He keeps, and he's got it, first down. Walton inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. He picked up 2. He only needed 1, so it's 1st and 10 Bears at the 13-yard line.
Good solid drive here for the Bears. Got to finish it off.
Actually, they spot the ball at the 12-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 there for the Bears from the Strafford 12. 2:40 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bears break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Walton keeps one back in there with him. Has 4 wide receivers. Man in motion to the right. Motion man gets the ball, almost fell down, picked it up, and got down to about the 10-yard line. Is that the Wood play?
I think it was the Wood play again, this time to the right side.
He almost fell down. He slipped.
Lindsley, rather, this time with it.
Slipped a little bit and almost fell down.
In fact, they are going to mark him.
They are going to mark it down where he did slip. Okay,
Yep.
so that's a big loss all the way back to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 13 for the Bears. So, unfortunate thing there for the Bears, but he was trying to make his cut, and he went down. I didn't know if his knee touched or not, but apparently the officials thought it did. So, loss of 3 on the play, be 2nd down and 13. Quick snap. And a handoff goes up the middle. Not much happening there for the Bears. They get it inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. We're down to 1:26 left to go in the quarter. It's amazing how fast it goes when you're just running it on the ground.
Hyatt with the carry, and that play took a long time to develop.
It did.
Too long, and Strafford able to stuff it. Now the Bears 3rd and long here.
3rd down, and, they've still got 11 yards to go for a first. They're on the 14-yard line. Need a big play here. 4 wideouts in the ball game. 2 on each side of Walton. I formation. Gets the snap. Wants to throw. Got a little time. Now runs out of time. And, he's in big trouble.
Shovels it to Henley.
Henley's got it, but he's not going anywhere either.
He tried to pass it. It's incomplete. So credit the Bears for trying to make something out of that, but it didn't happen, and there's a flag.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Something about an illegal forward pass probably, but anyway, it's going to be 4th down and long for the Bears. Even if they don't penalize them, which I think they will. What did he say? Illegal pass? Or,
yeah.
I think that's a loss of down, maybe.
Illegal forward pass, and let's see what they do.
I think it's going to be 4th down and 11 or longer.
Mm-hmm. Officials talking with the Strafford coaching staff.
Bears are walking backward. And this loss is down too, so 5-yard penalty from the. Takes it all the way back to the 27-yard line. Spot of the foul was the 22-yard line.
28.
It's a loss of down, too. So Bears have one down to get it in the end zone. Just a myriad of mistakes on that one play.
Penalties have really hurt the Bears here in the opening night. 4th down and 26 for the Bears.
See if the Bears have a 4th and 26 play in their playbook.
Kind of trick play would be good here.
But you don't want to give Strafford any points out of this either. All right, here we go. Walton gets the snap, looks one way, goes the other, and throws it high and deep. And it goes into the end zone.
Incomplete. Knocked down by the Indians. Smart play by the Strafford receiver to just knock it down.
Yeah.
Take the field position. Mullins knocked it down. So the Indians will take over, and they dodge
somewhat of a bullet.
A bullet from the Bears. Willow got inside the red zone, but then went backwards. Got it back to the Indians.
Down as close as the 12-yard line, but once they got there, they started going the other way. So the Indians will take over at the 28, 1st and 10, with 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter of what has been so far a scoreless third quarter. Foley back on the offense for Strafford. Brings him up to the line of scrimmage with 5 wideouts. He's alone back there in the backfield. Puts a man in motion to the right. He keeps it. Whistles blow. Might be a motion penalty against Strafford.
Only Strafford's third penalty, and 2 of the 3 were for just 5 yards. So
takes the ball back to the 23-yard line, 2nd down 15. Or 1st down 15. No loss of down on that play.
Strafford team does not have the talent that they did last year, but they're still a very good, fundamentally sound football team that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, they've got the Coach Hester program, and he's got his system, and it's in play, and it's a good system, and he's got the kids to run it, but not maybe quite as much as he had last year. 2nd down and 15, and the player's calling for the ball, and then let it go incomplete. So it'll be an incompleted forward pass. It was almost a lateral.
Almost.
But it'll bring up a 3rd down and 15 for Strafford. Yeah, they're not as accomplished as last year's team by any stretch, but still a good team. Really good team. Got some good plays.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And team that's they're gonna have a lot of wins this year.
Yes, they are. He stacks the receivers on the near side of the field. Got 3 of them to get bunched together on 3rd and 15. So you know that's the direction he wants to go. And he throws it out there. Got a man open. Dropped. Incomplete.
He dropped it. And he's still rolling around with it.
Everybody's in the stands saw him drop it.
Fast, yeah.
Are they going to give it to him?
The officials are out there at the spot that he caught it. That is a...
Nah.
Yeah, they're going to throw it backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a player down there, too, so I guess maybe that was...
Bear fans were ready to...
in mass.
I could see the collective shackles get up on the Bear fans.
You could hear it from the stand. He dropped it.
Oh, yeah.
Which he did.
He did, and it negates what would have been a big pass play and a really important play that Strafford's had some drops tonight.
And they've had some injuries, which Bears have not had, thankfully, to this point. No injuries so far, so this could be just a cramp as well.
Strafford player down, and trainer's working on his leg.
Doc Shaw is out there giving advice. He's a good advice giver.
He is. He's been doing it for a while.
Or is that Taylor? I think that's Shaw out there.
Shaw's moved back to the sideline.
Okay. Yeah, he has.
Strafford's folks are over there working on him, and we've got 18 seconds left, and it looks like Strafford will be in a punting situation again. And what a good job the Bear defense has done.
Yeah, you got to give them a lot of credit coming in here and playing the way they have against the...
Mason Denning is up and moving back to the sideline on his own power. So think he's going to be all right.
Favoring his right leg, right knee a little bit, but he is headed back under his own power to the sideline. So it'll be 4th down for the Indians and 15, right?
Yep.
Scoreboard says 3rd, but...
No, it's 4th down, right? Unless we've checked out.
Well, somebody's asleep.
3rd, I guess. I guess we missed the down and all that. Or fast forward to the down more than it was. I did too, but it's 3rd down.
Okay, 3rd down. So here we go. It's not a punting situation. Strafford will be going for it on 3rd down, and under pressure, the quarterback gets it away and completes it, but it's little gain. And Foley went down pretty hard that time.
He did.
He's got to bear it up a little slow, but he's back to the huddle quickly. He doesn't want to come out. That's one
right from Henley.
Yeah. That's
we don't want him to come out either. 3rd quarter is over from Volinsky Field.
The end of the 3rd quarter with our score here. Strafford 14, the Bears nothing. We'll be back for 4th quarter action in 60 seconds.
Does this sound like you? Or maybe your inner biker sounds like...
No matter what motorcycle motor is music to your ears, Shelter Insurance has a policy that's music to your wallet.
Shelter insures your fun stuff. Motorcycles to riding mowers, ATVs to RVs, bikes to bass boats. If it rides, rolls, or floats, we can cover it. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Let Terry Newton show you how insuring your home and auto with Shelter Insurance can save you money.
And there's a flag on the play.
Ozarks Medical Center, Willow Springs, is located at 201 West High Street across from Willow Springs Schools. Same-day appointments are available and open to the public to provide health care services for adults and children. Ozarks Medical Center, Willow Springs is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., providing quality health care to the community of Willow Springs.
Going into the 4th quarter of play, the Bears trail the Strafford Indians 14-0. Strafford is set to punt it away, we think. It's the first game for the announcers, too. Marty and I guess, both missed that down somewhere.
We've been off season for a long time, and we haven't been doing our training. So
I haven't watched a football game since Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I guess that's the last football game I watched, so that's my excuse.
It's a good one.
Strafford to punt it away when we get this thing underway.
Get a punt return for a touchdown. How about that?
That'd be good.
We need something.
Somebody electric.
Special teams, defense. Somebody's going to have to do something exciting here. And Bears have Tinsley, I believe, back there to return the kick.
All right. Strafford to punt it away. There's the snap. And the kick is high, not very deep. Going to the far side of the field. They let it roll at the 50-yard line and into Bear territory at about the 47. So good field position for the Bears. Put together a little drive last time. Couldn't get anything out of it, but we'll see if they can do it this time here in the 4th quarter. It's 4th quarter, time to bring out all the arsenal and let it happen.
14-0 this year against Strafford, and last year Turbo Clock was we were probably on our way home by now.
Yeah, much different.
Yeah, this is encouraging for the Bears. They've got a game against Marionville next week, a team that was their lone win last year.
Right.
And then Kabul the week after that, so a couple games on the horizon that the Bears would like to have a shot at.
1st and 10 Bears, ball at their own 47-yard line. Walton puts a man in motion, hands off up the middle, and the running back gets over the 50 and into Strafford territory at the 47-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
Henley with the carry. Triton's done a nice job in the second half.
That little Kyle Wood play has really opened things up for the Bear offense.
It has. They needed to find something to sprinkle that worked, and that one did.
2nd down and 4 for the Bears. Ball at the Strafford 47 early in the 4th quarter. The Bears break the huddle and get up to the line of scrimmage with Walton He's got his setback beside him this time in the formation. Running back is in motion. Bad snap.
Oh, shoot.
And Walton
got it.
didn't pick it up. Strafford did at the 40-yard line. So another turnover on the Bears. That was just a bad snap and went over Brady's head, and he had to try to go back and get it. Strafford was there first.
One of those things, if it takes the right bounce, that's an easy to cover. But it took it
went the wrong way.
Right to Strafford, and they were able to cover. And the Bears, with their second turnover of the night, the first one led to a touchdown, and the defense will have to answer the bell again here.
Ball is at the 40-yard line of the Bears on the turnover, so 1st and 10 Strafford there. Foley will go back to work, gets a snap, hands off to the running back, and he gets about a yard, maybe 2 on the play. 10:47 left to go in the ball game. Next week it's at Marionville. Wow, that's a fair piece. You could stay on 60 highway the whole way, though.
No, that's true.
2nd down 9 for the Indians from the Bear 39-yard line.
Indians in no hurry here. It's been a defensive game, so they're going to take some time and try to get another end zone.
Foley has 4 wide receivers out of the gun, puts one in motion to the near side of the field, keeps the ball, Foley does, and he's got a little running room, gets close to a first down near the 30, near the out-of-bounds marker on the far side of the field, but and I guess he did get out of bounds because the clock stopped. Officials stopped the clock.
Give an 8-yard gain, 3rd and 1 for Strafford.
Ball is shy of the 30, down at about the 31-yard line. Foley brings them to the line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Out of the gun, he gets the snap and hands off to the running back. Up the middle he goes, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got it. Got a full head of steam up, but the Bears cut him down.
Be 4th down.
4th and about less than a yard to go for the Indians near the Bear 30-yard line. Indians have not had a turnover all night.
No, they played a pretty clean game.
Yeah. 4th and short for the Indians at the Bear 30-yard line. And they draw the Bears off sides again. They did that earlier on a goal situation.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. Takes the ball down to the 25. 1st and 10 Strafford.
7th penalty for the Bears tonight. Only the 5th first down for Strafford tonight. Bears have had 7.
1st and 10, though, for Strafford at the Bear 25-yard line. Foley out of the shotgun. Gets the snap of the football, hands off to the fake the handoff, throws long, and it's into the end zone, incomplete. Yes.
Good defense by the Bears secondary.
Yeah, he was on him. He was on him step for step. He was right with him. It was the fly pattern to the end zone, and the defender was right there step for step.
Avery Stolba.
Good job, Avery. So
touchdown.
It will be, yeah, he did. It was in the end zone. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Indians at the Bear 25-yard line. Foley out of the gun, gets the snap, and keeps the ball. Now floats it out there, and the Bears got a hand on it and tipped it away from the would-be receiver. It goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Tipped away again by Stolba. Avery Stolba, the junior, doing a nice job in the
good job
backfield for the Bears.
Yep.
They're down in 10 as Strafford wanted to throw it here.
They wanted to get a
get that touchdown.
Quick 6, aren't they? 3rd down and 10. See if Foley wants to try it again. He's got his receivers bunched on the near side of the field, 3 of them, and he also has 2 additional, so 5 total wide receivers. He rolls to the near side of the field, throws it out there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass from Foley.
Fourth down.
Fourth down.
We got the down right this time. But that slows the game up when you got incomplete passes. We've had about 10 seconds off the clock here in the last 3 plays. 8:55 left to go in the ball game. Plenty of time left in the game. But the Bear offense has been rather slow to get going. 4th down and 10, so we'll see what happens. The Indians scored on a 4th down play earlier. Foley by himself back there. He just throws long and deep. Got his man inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. 4th down again. They got it on 4th down, Marty. That's
let him off the hook.
Yeah.
Adam. That's a 20-yard pass play.
Sets up a 1st and goal for Strafford at the 5-yard line.
Foley just 4 for 15. So the percentage is not great, but he's made the plays when he's had to make them.
And his coach just keeps going to him. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line for the Strafford Indians. There's a snap and a handoff to the running back, and he breaks free and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. The Bears hit him at the 5-yard line, but he broke the ankle tackle and followed his blocker into the end zone for the score, so that makes it 20-0 with 8:21 left to go in the ball game.
Marius with the touchdown for the Indians. And Strafford now lining up for the traditional point after.
Oh, okay.
No more swinging gates.
I'm proud to see that. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it's no good. 8:21 left to go in the ball game. Strafford 20, Willow Springs nothing. Back for the Strafford kickoff in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
What would you do if you could skip your car payments for 90 days? Buy season tickets to your favorite team? Start on a home improvement project? Take a much-needed road trip? Whether you're buying a new car, a new-to-you car, or refinancing the one you have now, Landmark Bank wants you to stop worrying and start making memories. Take advantage of a 90 days no-pay period on qualifying auto loans. Isn't it time you became a Landmark? Apply today at landmarkbank.com.
Landmark Bank, here for you.
If sports is your thing, we invite you to join us on OzarkRadioNews.com for our weekly podcast, Ozarks Overtime. Each Wednesday, Gary Lee, James Hurt, and myself, Harlan Hutchison, discuss what's topical in sports, whether it's local, state, or national. Topics will range from high school sports to the professional ranks. We speak our minds. Join us and see if you agree. It's brought to you by the Battery Station on Washington and West Plains. Find us at the link OzarkRadioNews.com/Ozarks Overtime. And for more sports, visit the sports page at OzarkRadioNews.com.
8:21 left to go in the football game. Strafford leading the Bears 20-0. Just scored on a 5-yard running play, and they're kicking off from the 40-yard line. Kick taken by one of the up men at the 25-yard line. He gets it over the 30 to about the 33 or 37-yard line before he's brought down. That's where the Bears will put it in play 1st and 10. So here, just got to work on that offense now and try to find something that works consistently.
Yeah, a lot to build on in this game. The defense has just been stellar for the Bears. I know you're going to look at the score in the morning and see that we gave up 20 points, but 2 of those really came pretty much directly from a turnover. So, and then one big play.
Yeah.
So really the defense has just done a tremendous job tonight for the Bears, and now they're going to pause for a fourth quarter water break, I guess, with 8:15 to go in the ball game. We remind you.
So we got to pick a player here.
We do. Yeah. Landmark Bank will have our Fall Sports Athlete of the Week, which will come from the football team this week. So we will announce that after the game is over. And I've got a couple of thoughts. So
I've got one.
Do you?
I've got one.
I bet I can get one. You're thinking of the one that I'm probably thinking of too. But we'll discuss on the break after the game, and so stick around for that. Also, Coach Swallam hopes to come up. If not Coach Swallam, we'll talk with Coach Fisher, but one of the coaches will visit with us post-game for the Terry Newton Shelter Insurance post-game show coming up after this one is finished. And again, don't forget a lot of fall sports starting next week. So go watch some softball, volleyball, tennis. It's all getting going next week. So make sure and show some love to those other fall sports.
Softball is Tuesday night here, right?
Yes, volleyball is Tuesday night here as well.
Okay. 1st and 10 Bears, ball at the 38. Here we go, back to action. Walton, hands off. Where did he keep the ball?
Henley
up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down 8.
Quick hitter to Henley, and the hole just didn't open up. Got a couple. 2nd down and 8 for the Bears. Walton runs the play back in. No wrist.
Yeah, they're not looking at their wrist.
You like that,
that.
Don't you?
Yes, I do.
I knew you would.
A little more old school. And I'm definitely old school. Walton on 2nd and 8. Gets the snap, hands off to the running back, Henley. Henley's got a little steam built up this time. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and gets up to midfield. Good job of running by Triton Henley as he gets it to the 50-yard line.
He had a good hole. His blind did a good job, and I can see where Henley's going to have some big game at running back. The Strafford defense has done a good job.
They're good
on the Bears tonight, and I know we're a little critical of the Bears offense, but you got to give some credit to the Strafford defense. They've been pretty salty.
And I think Coach Hester's indicated that he thought that'd be the strength of his team, would be his defense. And certainly it is. 1st and 10 Bears, ball at midfield. Bears showing a little bit of spread. They've got 3 wideouts. One back there, and Walton wants to throw. Walton now runs away from the offensive. Flags go down as Walton goes down, too, out of bounds at midfield.
Holding on the Bears.
Okay.
In the backfield. So that'll be a lot of yards there.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark it back from about the 44-yard line. So
yikes. Not a place, you never want a holding penalty, but that's a terrible place to have one. And that will be the 8th penalty for the Bears tonight.
Take the ball all the way back to the 34-yard line. Gee whiz. Okay, we're going to have 1st, and that's one thing that has to be addressed too, and the penalties that the Bears have accumulated.
Yeah,
here in the opener, they have had a bunch of penalties. More penalties than yards gained in offense.
1st down and 26 for the Bears.
Jeez. Ball is on the 34-yard line. Walton completes the pass for no gain.
Dropped by Baker.
Okay. Probably a good thing he did.
Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere, even if he caught that ball. 2nd down for the Bears. Walton's had a tough night trying to throw the ball against this good Strafford defense.
Yes, he's
3 of 12.
They're kind of a tall team. They're not extremely big, but
they're long.
They're long. That's right. They're real long, and
Strafford always seems to have these kind of guys.
Yeah, looks like
got a good basketball team.
Looks like they have a track team out there on the field. 2nd down and 26 for the Bears. Ball at the 34-yard line. Walton gets the snap. Again, he winds up and throws. Complete to the far side of the field. Out of bounds goes the receiver at the 45-yard line. Gain of about 11 on play.
Chris Miller with the reception for the Bears.
Yeah, we'll give him 10 exactly at the 44-yard line. Be 3rd down and still about 16 yards to go for the Bears. Stop the clock as the play was out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Brady Walton brings in the play after discussing with Coach Schwalem on the sidelines. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. They've got 3 seconds. Quick snap and a pitch back, and they were going to try to throw it.
They do.
And they do throw it.
It's well over the head of
incomplete.
Being sent to the receiver.
Triton Henley was going to throw it, but
kind of a
they did throw it, but it was incomplete. So fourth down and a punting situation for the Bears.
Not a bad idea, and I can see that play working really well in the future.
At some point,
yeah. That's going to work when you've got your running back, a pretty accomplished quarterback that can throw the ball a little bit. So that option will be there at some point this season.
Halfway through the last quarter here, the Bears lining up to kick it away. Henley back to punt. He's standing at his own 30, single safety at the 20 for the Strafford Indians. There's the low snap, but Henley gets it away, no pressure on him. And they let the ball bounce.
Pick it up.
And the ball carrier is getting back to the 20-yard line, but a good punt by Henley, and Strafford returns it about 5 yards, and so they'll have to set up their offense at the 22-yard line. When they've had a short field to work with, they're a little better, as many teams are.
Yeah. Bear defense has been good tonight, and again, don't forget they'll be on the road next week at Marionville. Strafford will be playing Mountain Grove next week, so we'll have a comparison.
We'll see. We'll play apples and oranges.
Mountain Grove is a homecoming game, by the way, later on this season. So
I think I'll be missing that game.
I think you will.
First and 10 for Foley and the Strafford Indians. There's the handoff, and the running back sheds a couple of would-be tacklers and gets up to the 25-yard line for a gain of 5 on the play, or 4.
Barris with a 4-yard carry.
Yep, up to the 25. It'd be second down and 6.
Strafford gone back to the run after throwing the ball a lot on their last possession.
Did it 4 straight times. The first 3 were incomplete, but it was that fourth one that really hurt the Bears. Second down and 6. Foley out of the gun, as he's been all night. Long count, gets the snap, hands off to the running back, and down he goes at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a little bit of a loss on the play. Bears are pretty good right up the middle.
D-line's done a nice job.
Yeah, those 2 big tackles, I tell you, it takes something to get those guys down. So it'll be third down, and still 6 yards to go for the Strafford Indians.
James Collins, Jaron Story, Braden Henry, Tristan Statina, Chase Jones. Those guys
are pretty good.
Have done a
Pretty
nice
good
job
up front. They really are. Big third down play here. The Bears would like to get the ball back, have another shot at an end zone. Foley on third down and 6. Long count. In fact, it's so long, now they call a timeout. With 4:32 left to go in the fourth quarter, and Strafford leading 20-0. We'll take a 30-second time in. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
We all want top quality health care, and you get that with Cox Health Center in Willow Springs. At Cox Health Center, the patient comes first. The doctors at Cox Health Center in Willow Springs are Dr. Robert Shaw, Dr. Lori Clarkston, nurse practitioner Naomi Dick, nurse practitioner Teresa Ward, and nurse practitioner Carla Clinton. Based in the community of Willow Springs, Cox Health Center is community-minded. Cox Health Center in Willow Springs, located on Main Street next to Booster Field.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see the windshield or the wind in your hair on your first road trip? Do you see headlights or the way your family's faces light up as you pull into the driveway? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Talk to me, State Farm Agent Justin Shelby in West Plains at 417-256-3434, in Houston at 417-967-4152.
Back to action on a third down play. Foley keeps the ball.
His receiver dropped the ball on the far side.
Pass. Wow.
Wide open. It would have been an easy first down, but another drop for a Strafford receiver. And that's something I'm sure Coach Hester is going to be working on that side of the ball. The Indians have had opportunities, and they've dropped too many passes.
So it'll be a fourth down and a punting situation for Strafford. Bears drop back. Is that Tinsley?
I believe so, yeah.
The inside, just inside his 40-yard line. Bears have a single safety back there. punted away. On the line drive kick.
Off the foot of the Bears and right to the Indians.
Oh, my goodness.
So Strafford will take it.
At the 43-yard line. Another turnover on the Bears.
One, you like to be aggressive on your returns, but the ball's going at your foot. You better just get out of the way.
Wow. So the Indians retain possession of the ball. They get it on their own 43-yard line. So third turnover of the night for the Bears. The Indians have none. Then the Indians get the ball back. Look like the Bears are going to have good field position. Slowly, 1st and 10 now from his own 43-yard line. Long count. Gets the snap, hands off to the running back who hits the hole hard, but the hole fills rapidly. And not much there, maybe a yard or two for the Strafford Indians.
We're up a 2nd and 9. Some other football scores tonight. West Plains beating Hillcrest 42-14. Ava and Buffalo tied 24 all with 6 minutes to play. Thayer, the number 9 team in the state, leading number 2 Haytie 22-6. That's late in the 4th quarter. Fairgrove beat Mountain Grove 29-7.
Here it's 20-0. Strafford on top. They've got the ball 2nd and 9 from their own 43-yard line. Foley gets the snap, hands off up the middle, and nothing there.
Lost the yard. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Flag goes down late.
That's a personal foul.
And somebody, I don't know who, but somebody gets a personal foul.
Big dog pile down there, and we didn't see it, but the guy in the striped shirt sure did.
Saw the flag go up. It went way high.
And he threw it with authority, didn't he?
He had some accent on that.
Yeah, he did. He didn't like that. And clarify with the white hat before they make a ruling here.
See what the call is.
Personal foul on the Bears. So, a little frustration there by the Bears. Not something you want to see, obviously, late in the game, or at any time in the game, but
no.
That'll be another 15-yard penalty, and the Bears, their 9th penalty, about to hit double digits in penalties tonight.
Take the ball down to the 43-yard line of the Bears. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Strafford Indians there. Yeah, too many penalties.
Other scores tonight, Houston leading Sarcoxy 24-8. And Salem leading St. James 14-0 at last report. Kabul leading Donovan 26-2 at the half.
Kabul's going to be good this year.
Donovan Dons.
2nd year program.
Yes.
1st and 10 here. Foley goes back to work for the Strafford Indians. I think he's going to go back to work. Play clock, they're letting it run. Gets the handoff, and nothing there for the Strafford Indians. And it looks like Strafford is...
They're content to take this,
maybe.
To take this 20-0 win. They're just going to run it up the middle, and they're running every second of time. And
but just
nice that the Bears can keep them from scoring again, at least here in the last couple of minutes.
About the time you think they're going to do that.
Watch out.
Yeah, look out.
Unload.
2nd down and 10 for the clock moving. It's down to, we're near the 2-minute mark. Foley out of the gun. It's 4 wideouts. Single back behind him. Foley keeps the ball. And he's going to try a little run. Gets all the way down to the 33-yard line. Short of a 1st down. They did run some outside play that time.
Strafford player slow getting up, but he's made it. Foley, good player. Strafford team is good. They were finished 9-2 last year. Their only 2 losses were to Fairgrove both times. So they're going to try to
Nitwit Ned predicts them to be 7-2 this
7-2.
regular season.
That's a pretty good record.
It will be if they can do it. 3rd down and 2 for the Strafford Indians. Foley gets the snap, hands off, the running back is hit and dropped short of the 1st down, I think.
Yeah, that'll bring up a 4th down and short with a minute left to play, so we probably got maybe 1, maybe 2 more plays here. Strafford will be home next week playing Mountain Grove, so we'll take a look at that score from Marionville, or we'll be playing the Comets.
Strafford just eating up some clock here, using all the time they can. We're down to 13 seconds on the play clock and 35 on the game clock. 2 wide receivers on each side of Foley. And there's the snap and the handoff. Well, Foley keeps. And he threw the ball
behind him,
and it was caught, actually. But
now we threw his hands out of bounds.
Okay. But it was a lateral.
Yeah.
Well, no call on that, but the Bears will get the ball with 21.2 seconds. So the Bears get the ball back at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. So we'll see if the Bears can perform a little magic.
Yeah, it'd be nice to spring one here for the last play of the game. Big crowd has really stuck around, and hopefully they'll come back in 2 weeks when the Bears host the Bulldogs. Polinsky Field looks beautiful tonight. The ground crew has done a phenomenal job. The FFA has installed new Bears sign over on the east end zone. Looks really good, so facilities look great.
Here's Walton to throw, and he points it out there and completes it.
He may go.
Down the far sideline, caught from behind. The receiver is caught from behind at the 15-yard line with 10.5 seconds on the clock.
Chris Miller with the catch on the far sideline. Nice. Walton and Miller, a couple of seniors that
went for about 42 yards and a 1st down for the Bears at the 16-yard line of Strafford. Yeah, Bears take a timeout here, I think.
Why not? Yeah. Try to get that in.
They've got at least time for 1 more play, maybe 2.
Yeah, probably 2.
Just go to the end zone. Be nice to get on the scoreboard and make this thing look better.
Like it for our senior boys too to get it into the end zone, and this has been a really emotional night for them. So there's a 12 and an 81 painted in that end zone. I know they'd like to get in there at least once tonight. So good opportunity here for the Bears to try to get that touchdown to end the night. And really, if it stays 20-0, that's still it's not a victory, but there's a lot of positives that the Bears can take out of this and build on.
1st and 10, Bears, ball at the 16-yard line, 10 seconds left in the game. Walton brings the Bears out to the line of scrimmage. He has full complement of wideouts. He goes to the right and throws, intercepted by the Strafford Indians, and that'll put the end of the ball game right there. So had a shot there, but 4th turnover of the night for the Bears. Pretty well done them in on trying to get a score here in the last part of the game. So it's going to go down as a defeat and a shutout for the Strafford Indians, and we'll be following them as they go along throughout the season to kind of get a barometer on how the Bears are played here in the opener of this 2019 season for the Bears on what is going to be a very emotional ride for them, no matter what happens. Already has been an emotional ride for them. So Strafford takes over at the 15. They'll probably just take a knee and get out of here, which we would expect them to do. And they will. What they do. So that's the final. Strafford 20, Willow Springs nothing. And we'll take time away here, then be back to talk about it. You're listening to Willow Springs Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU. Back in 2 minutes.
Hello, folks. This is Coach John Bailey from the team of Bailey Chevrolet GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. You know, it's sports season, and that means it's tailgate season, and Chevrolet and GMC, especially right now, have a tailgate party for you. Every Friday night at Polinsky Field, Bailey Chevrolet will have the GMC tailgates lowered down with a new 6-way multi-pro grade tailgate to show you how easy it is to get in and out of the back of a GMC. Come and see us at Bailey Chevrolet and GMC for your price on your truck. You'll be glad you did.
And there's a flag on the play.
Ozarks Medical Center, Willow Springs, is located at 201 West High Street across from Willow Springs Schools. Same-day appointments are available and open to the public to provide health care services for adults and children. Ozarks Medical Center, Willow Springs is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., providing quality health care to the community of Willow Springs.
Switching to West Plains Bank and Trust Company is easy. I repeat, switching to West Plains Bank and Trust Company is easy. 1. Open a new account at West Plains Bank and Trust Company and stop using your old account. 2. We'll help you make a list of all your direct deposits and automatic payments, then do all the work to get them switched for you. 3. Close your old account. That's it. Don't put it off any longer. You know you've been thinking about it. Make the switch to West Plains Bank and Trust Company, where every customer leaves a friend. Member FDIC.
If sports is your thing, we invite you to join us on OzarkRadioNews.com for our weekly podcast, Ozarks Overtime. Each Wednesday, Gary Lee, James Hurt, and myself, Harlan Hutchison, discuss what's topical in sports, whether it's local, state, or national. Topics will range from high school sports to the professional ranks. We speak our minds. Join us and see if you agree. It's brought to you by the Battery Station on Washington and West Plains. Find us at the link OzarkRadioNews.com/Ozarks Overtime. And for more sports, visit the sports page at OzarkRadioNews.com.
Back at Polinsky Field, post-game, it's the Terry Newton Shelter Insurance post-game show, and Strafford beats Willow tonight. 20-0 was the final. Let's recap the scoring from tonight. It was a scoreless game until 10 minutes left to go in the first half, when Foley, on a 9-yard touchdown run, finally got it into the end zone after a big 55-yard pass play, which was the biggest play of the night for either team. The 55-yard pass play is set up the Foley touchdown. The 2-point conversion was good. It was 8-0 Strafford. A minute and a half later, Brady Walton threw an interception to Vance Mullins. Mullins took the reception and took it 30 yards into the end zone, and it was 14-0 Strafford after the 2-point conversion was no good. And that was our halftime score, 14-0, really on 2 plays. The big pass play and the interception were the keys, and Strafford really held that 14-0 lead all the way until the fourth quarter, when the Bears had another turnover that set up Strafford in good field position, and they were able to get a 5-yard touchdown run from Barris. Point after was no good, and 20-0 was your final. Bears had a couple of opportunities in the red zone, but were unable to score, and Strafford wins it 20-0. Bears with 4 turnovers tonight. That was key, and unfortunately, the offense couldn't score, and negated a really fine performance from the Bear defense.
Yes, I think the turnovers were just a huge factor in the ball game. Really, Bears played well throughout the game, except for those misplays at two interceptions, and the fumble on the punt was a big one as well. It probably would have had a great chance to score there. So, anyway, turnovers were just a factor, but the overall Bear team, I thought, played very well. Turnovers and penalties, I had way too many penalties. You can kind of get some emotions tucked into that, into those penalties, but still, they need to cut down on the amount of infractions that are being called against them.
Yeah, 9 penalties for 85 yards tonight for the Bears. Stats, Triton Henley, 12 carries for 55 yards. He was the Bears' leading rusher tonight. And Henley looked a little bit better as the game went on, so he may be kind of warming up to his new role, too. That's the first game that Triton's played running back. And Kyle Wood, 5 carries for 28 yards. He was kind of a spark there when the Bears had a good drive in the third quarter, and Wood also made some really good defensive plays for the Bears. It seems like we were calling his name a whole lot tonight, and one of several on that Bear defensive unit. that had a really strong game. For the Indians, Foley, 4 of 16 passing. He didn't complete a lot, but when he did, it was big. He had 2 fourth down completions out of those 4, and for 80 yards. And
he had a fourth down run too on that touchdown that he made. He just made that.
He did.
He rolled to his right, looking for receivers, couldn't find anybody open, so he just scrambled and went to the weak side. What was the weak side then? And found his way into the end zone for a touchdown. He made that by himself. So Foley's truly he's their leader. He's the guy you're going to have to stop if you get Strafford. And he looked good. And when he needed to be, when the pressure was on, he performed.
Yeah, he did. He was clutch, and he was also their leading rusher, just 25 yards. So
wow.
I mean, their defense
played well,
really good, especially against the run.
It shouldn't have been 20-0.
No, only 6 first downs.
Yeah.
Strafford tonight. The Bears ended up with 8, so more first downs for the Bears than the Indians.
Wow.
Just couldn't get a score. And the Indians only penalized 3 times for 20 yards. That's a very clean team. They play very fundamentally sound. Didn't make a lot of mistakes, and that's a big reason they're leaving Willow Springs with a win. Brady Walton, 5 of 14 for 59 yards and a couple of interceptions. So. Kind of a rough night for Walton against a very, very stout Strafford defense. We'll have a coach come up, is what I've told.
Oh, we will?
Okay. We'll wait for just a moment before we shut things down here from Polensky Field. Again, don't forget, next week, Bears going to Marionville to take on the Comets. And take one last look at the scoreboard from games going on around the area. And we will find that West Plains final 42-14 over Hillcrest. So Coach Perkins picks up win number 1 in his tenure as the head coach of the Zizzers. Ava and Buffalo tied 30-30 with a minute left in the fourth quarter. So that's quite the game. And I know Buffalo's gotten a lot better, but they've got a hard time with.
They have a hard time with Buffalo. They do. That's being played at Ava, too, isn't it?
I think that may be a Buffalo.
Okay.
Thayer, final, beat Hayti 30-12. Hayti is the number 2 team in the state. And
Thayer's
number 9.
They're going to be good. They've got those young kids that a couple of years ago were 8th graders. You remember that?
Yep, that's about the time they should be making it.
Yeah, they're starting to really come on. So Bobcats are going to be tough to face
this year. Should we go to Thayer this year?
I think
maybe
we do. Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun.
I think we can do a little bobcat hunting down there after a fashion sometime
yes,
late
we
October.
do go 18th of October. We'll be at Thayer.
Yeah.
We finished the season with at Thayer and then Ava comes here. So a couple of really big games to finish off the year. Fairgrove beat Mountain Grove 29-7. And again, Mountain Grove will go to Strafford next week. So that'll be interesting to see how that game unfolds. Houston leading Sarcoxy 24-8 was the last update we had on that one. And Salem beat St. James badly. 32-6 was the final there. And Kabul was leading Donovan 26-2 at last report. So that is your games. I believe Liberty plays a Saturday game, right? Opening game on Saturday somewhere far away.
Far off eastern part of the world.
Well, I don't know that we're going to get a coach, so we'll just wrap it up and try to get a coach up here next week. I know Coach Swallen had good intentions, but I also imagine there's lots of emotion down there, and we certainly understand that he needs to take care of his players. And
he's done such a good job of it, he and the coaching staff.
They have. They really have done a masterful job leading this team through diversity. No class or practice prepares you for that, and they've done a really nice job taking care of this team. So we'll let them take care of the team, and we will wrap it up and talk to you next Friday night.
Okay. All right. Once again, our final score here from Willow Springs and Polensky Field, the Strafford Indians 20, Willow Springs Bears.
Yep. What? One more thing. We forgot the Landmark Bank. We didn't do it at halftime like we always do.
Right.
Apologies, but we do have the Landmark Bank Fall Sports Focus Athlete of the Week, and it is Kyle Wood. Kyle Wood is our Athlete of the Week. Congratulations to Kyle. Well-played game tonight, and Kyle Wood will receive a gift certificate courtesy of Landmark Bank.
Okay, he played great on both sides of the ball. So, Kyle, congratulations.